I see dead people.
Here's Johnny.
Stop.
We have such sights to show you.
Bring the motherfucking ruckus. Fuck you too.
Yeah, keep talking, Mark. Say stuff.
I gotta pull up my list. I'm pulling up my list of the movies that we were talking about.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
list.
And then
I
now
have it
you
on
say,
here.
now you
All
say
right, so
something.
now that he has the Epstein list, let's talk about who's on it. Number one is Benny Blanco from the Bronx. Weird, but he's there.
Oh, fuck! There you go.
Shit!
That's how it starts.
Shit, fuck!
Oh, man. What a year.
It's
What-
over?
What a year, 20... Yeah. Yeah, it
Nothing
really
big
is.
has happened in 2026 yet.
No, not yet.
Oh, no. Some bad things have
Not
happened.
yet. No, 2025 was a fun year. It was fine. It wasn't the most desperate I've ever been in my life, which was cool. I still have that in the back pocket. Knowing I have that to fall back on at some point. And I think it was a positive year for film. I think one of the first things I wanted to talk about was just how horror as a genre seems to continue evolving as I get older. Because when I was younger, I felt like horror was just kind of this one thing. Almost everything in like the 80s and 90s just felt like the same like class of horror. There was nothing ever that like struck me as like super out of pocket. Like even the craziest thing I could think of in the 80s, like I don't know, Cronenberg era body horror, even that would still be like, nah, this makes sense. You don't see something like, I don't know, what's like a really good current year example of something that seems super experimental and probably wouldn't have paid off like any other year. Because I'm thinking of like any of Osgood Perkins' films. Like, I feel like those are a very specific, like, market and cast of person that I don't think there's anything like that from an earlier, like, decade of horror. Can you think of anything,
Well,
Mark?
only a really specific type of person is gonna, be into Italian horror, for instance.
Giallo.
From
Yeah.
the 70s and
Very
80s.
true.
Yeah, that's true. That's foreign.
Those movies are out there and don't
They're a
have
fucking
always
genre in themselves. Yeah, that's a really good
decipherable
example.
plots.
And you don't, and look at the same fucking coin, you don't see very much of them anymore. Not like huge, widespread, critically acclaimed ones.
Jimmy and Stiggs was kind of a weird one this year.
Yeah, Jimmy and Sticks was a fucking weird one.
So I'm sure we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Oh, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about
It's
Jimmy
number
and Sticks.
27.
So it's halfway through the list. Cool.
VHS Halloween had some fucking out there ones this year.
VHS always tries to do
That's
something
26.
different. Yeah. So start off. Let me get back to it. I'm here with Mark Rooster. He was drinking
He
water
took a
right when I
drink.
said his name. And I'm also here with Deputy Dewey.
Whoop.
What up? And you've seen the title. You know what it is. I've tied Mark up, and I'm asking him about movies again. And he's held here against his will, but I appreciate his opinion, which is why we have these conversations. I like to know, like, I was talking to Dewey about it on the drive over. It's like, I like to know if there's anything I didn't see that you guys did that you would recommend. And I hope that, because both of you said the same thing, you were like, half of the shit on your list I haven't seen. I feel like there's going to be a platform for which I could say you should absolutely see this, because you're the type of person who would enjoy this or not. There's definitely some stuff on that list I'm not going to recommend, though. Like, it's, if there's something we've missed and it's pertinent enough to be brought up in conversation, I feel like we should talk about it. But keeping it for what it was, I think back to it, 2025 was a fun year for film. I think I don't know. I remember 24 being less so. Like, even recording that, I think we only had, like, 35 movies to talk about in 2024. The last time you and I recorded, Mark.
Yeah, but you got a lot of turkeys on this list this year.
Yeah.
A lot of quantity. I don't know about quality.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. There were a lot of good movies this year. There really were a lot of good ones this year.
So, if there's, like, 20 more than the last year we've thought of, you have to assume, even if it is just quantity, not quality, that at least people are swinging for it. I'd rather people swing and miss and put their shit out there than not swing at all.
And I like
especially
seeing
for horror.
Most of these having a theatrical release, even a real small
Oh
one.
yeah, no, I didn't do too much like at home watching. And there's even some stuff I put together a did not watch but wanted to, like, list of 5 or so honorable mentions. Which is going to be a different conversation when we cover what we haven't watched this year. So if there's anything that you guys can think of that you wanted to see, if I don't talk about it by the end, just make a note somewhere that it's something you want to talk about.
I've already done it.
You made a list of what you didn't watch but would have?
In my mind. I just conjured.
I have a couple that I
That's
wrote
fine.
down too.
I appreciate that. Okay, so do we just want to start from the top, or is there anything that you guys wanted to say about last year in general?
I had such an incredible time last year. It's my first year back on AMC's A-list.
That's
I
right.
had that pre-COVID.
We've been going to see a lot of
And I
movies
stopped
together.
just because, like, COVID kind of, like, ruined cinema for me for a while. But, like, this past year, I was like, I'm going all the time. Like, I need to get A-list back. And, like, horror is just, like, such a beautiful fucking genre right now. Like, comedy's kind of down, if you ask me, compared to where it was years
I
ago.
only saw, like, 2 or 3 things that actually made me laugh this last year, and one of them was Naked Gun.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
That was funny.
if that was the funniest thing I've seen, then what does that say about the year we've had?
Part of me would say Running Man should probably be in comedy, too, a little bit. But we'll talk about that later on.
Yeah, a certain cast, sure.
But yeah, awesome year. Out of like so I've seen 31 out of your 55.
Okay.
And I would say out of that 31, like 27 of them I had a good time. So like that's pretty
cool.
fucking impressive.
No, that's a nice average. That's a nice average overall. About how many, give or take, Mark, do you overlap think we have in common? How many did you fill out rulings for?
There were 19 that I didn't see out of 55. So 55 minus 19 is like 23.
30. Yeah.
Pretty good.
So I feel like you both are at the same number, but it's going to be interesting to see which all 3 of us saw.
Yeah.
And then what we can take away from that and where our judgment lands. I think one of the first things I wanted to bring up was Mark doesn't like grading things on a scale of 10, which I learned, like, I think I learned that last year and I just forgot in
You
between
keep
now.
making me do it.
I keep making you convert to a scale of 5 and then multiply it by 2.
Yeah.
I made my scale this. 10 means go watch it right now. 8.5 to 9.5 is great. 7 to 8 is good. 4 to 6 is fine. 1 to 3 is bad. And 0 is rotten hell. And I have a little bit of everything.
Yeah. No, there's some 10s on my list, and I think there's a 1 on my list. So I definitely tap around. I would say there's not a lot of 2s, there's not a lot of 4s, but there's lots of 5s and 6s, there's a couple of 7s, and then I graded by saying a 10 is a 3-star film, like a 10 is like a AAA film. It fires on all cylinders. A 9 out of 10 is saying this is really competent and maybe I'm just super into it, but I would recommend it. And 8 is saying this just works. So, like, I would say mine has bias. I would say anything below a 5 I would not recommend. And there's a couple on this list that I would not.
I don't have many, but I suspect several of the ones that I haven't seen.
to be bottom list.
That's why I'm not going to see
So
them.
you're saying my taste is trash, basically, Mark?
No, because I watch a lot of...
Because you
I watch
watched
a lot of under 5s at home, but I try not to go all the way to the movie theater to see them. If I suspect something's going to be
yeah, if
bad,
you think it's going to be bad, you don't make the
then-
trip for it.
I mean, Not always.
Not always.
Sometimes.
I
We'll
made
see.
sure to put a note on the D-list free domain horror movies that came out this year. There's 2 Steamboat Willies, a Peter Pan, a Popeye, and a Pinocchio.
Didn't watch any.
And I think we should watch all of them together after this.
Fuck
I'm
it.
not watching.
Fucking
I'm not
hell.
watching any.
In fact, that there was 2
Mark
Steamboat
says
Willies.
he's not doing it. And let me guess, they're all made by Cineverse.
Yeah, probably.
Partnered with Bloody Disgusting.
Yeah,
I'm not
probably.
watching that.
He said he's not watching.
He's
Mark
not
Rooster
doing
said
it.
he's not watching.
I'm out. That's
That's
a bad time.
That's fine. All right, so we want to start with the list.
Let's dive in.
So, I would say right off with a bang in Fuck You, It's January, Wolfman came out. Honestly, I'll read what I said first, and then we'll just go down the line. So we'll start with me, and then we'll hit Deputy Dewey, and then we'll reflect back on you.
Should
if
we all
there's
say whether or not
overlap.
we saw it first?
So that's...
Oh,
Because obviously when
Okay.
it gets to that person, they're going to be like, yeah, no, I didn't
you're
see it. I'm
gay.
not going to be able
Okay.
to weigh in anything. So, number 1, Wolfman. I gave it a 6 out of 10. And I said, help, generational trauma is out to get us.
I did see it as well. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Before we dive into much more, Ryan Gosling was supposed to be in this movie. How different would that fucking movie be?
I would have liked it.
Yeah, they had a lot of production problems with this one. Apparently, Lee Winnell was
Yeah,
in, then he
Lee
was
Winnell,
out, then he
yeah.
came back. So
It did not have sure enough footing.
Yeah.
Did you see Wolfman?
Yes. Yeah, I give it a 5
okay.
due to not having any werewolves.
Well, I saw that note, Mark, and the first thing I said is it's called Wolfman, not Werewolf.
That's true.
They had a wolf fight though.
Do you
Yeah, they had a Wolfman fight.
you accepted that was enough wolf behavior?
No, of course not. That's why it's a 6 out of 10 on my list. But at the very same time, I think what it did work with was most of the actors.
I like the actors.
I think there wasn't a single performance in that movie that I was not happy with. It's the movie itself, it's the plot, it's the writing, it's the execution. They didn't shoot any of the action very well. There were no
Predator,
stakes. It felt like it didn't feel very. I don't know. Invisible Man was so good that I was just I expected more of that. And it
It's
just
the
wasn't
Curse
that.
of the Wolfman. Do you
It is Curse
remember
of the
the
Wolfman.
one with
It is.
Benicio del Toro had all
Yeah.
those issues as well?
But I love that
different
movie.
issues.
I fucking love that movie though. The one with Hopkins and Del Toro. That movie fucking rips.
Julia
like
Garner
her.
showed off her range pretty well in that one.
Yeah, no, I like her.
I only really know her
like
from
a lot.
Ozark before that, and then Choosing Weapons too, which we'll talk about
Yeah.
later. But I thought she'd do
Fucking
great. in
Silver
that.
Surfer. She had a good year.
Yeah,
for sure.
real good year.
She had a good year. Did you have anything else written down for Wolfman?
Just that COVID and writer strikes probably fucked this movie. I feel like it probably could have been a lot different had it not been delayed so much.
I think, just touching on literally the first point you had, I actually forgot that Gosling was supposed to be in it. If he was the leading man, I think it would have had a better sense of humor, because this one had none.
Yeah, and Lee
And I
Winnell
think
usually
it-
has a pretty good sense of humor.
He
too.
usually does.
And this one was not funny at all.
No, not at all. There were some darkly hilarious moments in Invisible Man. Just all the movie's gaslight. The movie is the biggest gaslight. And there's a lot of humor in the delivery of certain lines when you know they are just making you eat their shit. It's fine. This was not. I remember being like, we all know what's happening, and it's happening at a glacial pace. So let's move to the stuff that makes this different and interesting. And the only thing I thought that was different and interesting was seeing the dad's point of view as he was a werewolf. That was the only thing I thought was remotely interesting.
Kind of stopped himself from attacking his family, or at least as best
Yeah,
he
I mean,
could.
he has as much. What's the conscious?
Yeah.
Enough of a conscious to, not totally fuck himself. But, I agree with Mark though. You expect just something a little bit more, I don't know, werewolfy.
Yeah.
They didn't look good. I think at its worst, they did not look good.
Seems like Lots of Pasta gives Wolfman a fine. It's fine.
I would say it's fine. I don't know if I'd recommend it. Would you recommend it, Mark?
A recommend for me is 7.5 and higher.
Okay.
So no, you wouldn't. You'd say it's a pass. I almost would too.
I tell people that are interested in seeing wolf-like movies to go see it.
I'm now going to judge my entire rest of my list on whether or not Mark would see it.
Well,
But also our scale is going to be
considering
different.
this is an intervention about how you feel about Silent Night, Deadly Nights remake.
We are. This is going to be an intervention about the Silent Night, Deadly Night
We
remake.
fucking loved it.
We fucking loved it. I fucking
You
loved
guys
it.
could both keep jumping forward. That is
No.
so far ahead.
Yeah, it's almost one of the last
Spoilers.
ones. All right, if we're moving. Number 2, Companion. I gave it a 7 out of 10, and I said, I wish I had a cool robot girlfriend.
I gave a 7.5. Talking about dark humor, let's get into it.
Yeah, I also give it a 7.5. It was funny, so it works as a comedy, it works as science fiction and horror, and I actually had a good time watching this in the theater with an audience.
I did too. I didn't have a bad one with this. I think the thing I liked the most was that lead actress from Yellow Jackets,
Yes.
who plays young Natalie in Yellow Jackets. She plays the companion. What's the actress's name? Mark, help me.
I can't think of it.
God damn it.
Sorry.
Sorry, my phone's
She's-
on the ground.
No, all that I'm saying is she's really good, and I like her.
Yeah, this was great. Fun cast of characters. Makes you actually feel and root for a robot, which is fun. Originally, Zach Krager was going to direct this.
I think I remember hearing that, and I think it's like, it's not, I don't know. His would definitely be darker. This felt, it was funny. It definitely has his sense of humor. But I don't know. It would have been more fucky. Something. It would have just been shot a little bit more messed up.
It would be great to go into this movie knowing nothing about it.
Oh my god, the trailer ruined this movie.
Yeah.
The trailer gives away that she's a robot. I didn't want to know that going into it. Could you imagine how much more you would have enjoyed it if you were like, wait, she's a fucking robot? Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the... Yeah, I remember sitting... I actually think I was in the theater for AMC 4 Wolfman with you, and we saw the full trailer of that, and I was like,
My goodness,
half
that's-
of that should not have been in this trailer.
Yeah. That's the biggest problem, I think, with theaters
Advertising.
these days. Like, they give so much of it.
It's not these
don't
days.
need to
It's
sell it.
always been like that.
I mean,
I don't
it's
need
all-
to see the whole movie
Yeah,
in
no.
1 minute.
A good trailer is no longer than 2 minutes. These trailers are sometimes 3 or 4 minutes long, and they give you everything.
They have, or at least had, there was a rule about trailer length, and a studio was allowed to do one trailer that was longer than 3 minutes or 2.5 or whatever
Okay.
it was per year. You
Okay.
could have one extended
Because you only
trailer.
have so much runtime.
Yeah.
There was one trailer for one movie this year that I appreciate, and I will talk to you about it when we get to that movie.
When we get to the movie, okay.
You're always foreshadowing.
So, anything else?
I'm a shadowy boy.
Anything else about Companion that you liked? Just that you recommend it.
Yeah, it was good.
Fun, good time. Probably fun to watch with a friend, too. Maybe a date night movie.
Good, cool to see Jack Quaid play an absolute asshole.
Scream
Is he-
5.
Oh, right. Yeah, he was bad in that, too.
But, like, I feel like
This
this
one's-
one was worse than that.
This
He was
one's-
the real asshole in
Yeah,
this one.
this one, like, sold it. It wasn't, like, it wasn't a gimmick. In Scream, it's, like, the gimmick that he played, like, the nice guy and ended up being the
It's
twist.
a shame that it's me. It's
The
a shame.
twist. Yeah.
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 But yeah, fun actor. Good shit.
No, he's great, and I think he could do more, and I appreciate that he chooses to do horror, or at least test the waters on other things. Because I liked that Novocaine that he did.
I haven't seen that one, but that did look fun.
No, it was good. It's a good movie. It is a good movie. Anyway,
So lots of pasta says go see Companion.
yeah, Companion is a recommend in Mark's book.
Mark.
Number 3, Heart Eyes. I said, was it mid? Yes. Did I have fun? Also, yes. I gave it a 5 out of 10.
Okay. I didn't like this movie, and I wanted to. I gave it a 3.
I forgot that I had seen it, and then once I reminded myself what it was, I gave it a 1.5.
Oof.
You
I thought mine was
You
bad.
should really, for Valentine's Day, you should watch My Bloody Valentine.
My Bloody Valentine.
Either
Yeah.
version,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or Valentine. The Jamie Blanks movie with Denise Richards.
Okay.
Not a lot of people like that movie, but I like it.
I think it's okay.
It's better than this horror.
This is just so generic slasher to me, and I dig slashers.
I liked a lot of the cinematography. I liked a lot of the shots. There were really fun tracking shots. The entire orchard intro was a really cool cold open. I think it just immediately hits the gas, but then it just like fizzles out the longer it goes on because it doesn't even. It's trying to be a Scream movie and it doesn't have a twist.
I put
So
down,
like it's just super lukewarm by the end.
I put down where Thanksgiving shined last year. This is where this movie flopped. They
Agreed.
they took themselves too seriously. They should probably use some more dark humor, and I probably would have liked it more.
Am I incorrect in assuming Eli Roth had something to do with this, or is that Thanksgiving?
That was Thanksgiving.
So I actually think he would have been the missing ingredient on this one, is that he would have brought a little bit more levity to it.
Well, the thing, too, is Josh Rubin, the guy who directed it,
He's
I
a
love
funny
him.
guy.
College humor, Dropout, he's great, and it didn't show in this for me at all.
No, I agree.
And, like, Mason Gooding's fine. He's in the Scream movies.
Yeah, no, he's in the Scream movies.
I liked him and the girl. I thought they were, like, likable protagonists. Wasted Devon Sawa.
Wasted Devon Sawa.
Yeah. Predictable killers.
1,000%.
I liked Devon Sawa. It was too bad.
No,
They
he was
couldn't
good in the
No,
movie.
I know that they couldn't do more with him or something.
Yeah.
Figure out something better for him.
Him playing a dickhead detective trying to help kids in a slasher film is he's pulling a Dewey. It's great. I think it's taken out like halfway through the second act. It's in a stupid way too.
I think we all want more Devon Sawa.
We all want
more Brendan Fraser.
We all do. This is the truth. Number 4, The Monkey. This is one of my 2-star films.
Monkey.
And by that I mean on my like super recommend go check it out ranking. I gave it a 9 out of 10. And I said Stephen King is actually a pretty funny guy, so I'm glad that this is funny.
I was more mid with this. I was let down a little bit by Monkey. I gave it a 5 out of 10.
Damn.
Yeah. This is my least favorite of his adaptations for the year, and he had an incredible year.
Do you blame that on Osgood Perkins?
Probably.
Because he didn't write this one. And I blame a lot of Osgood's stuff on
Frank
his writing.
Darabont really had the rights to this film, and I would have loved to have seen that version of
That
this.
would have been fun, too. Because Frank doesn't fuck around.
Character direction just wasn't there for me with this one.
Did you see Monkey?
Yeah.
What
I
do you
give it a 6.
You
I
gave it a
think that
6.
it was too silly.
You thought it was too funny.
I think it could have been scary. You know, a creepy doll monkey. And the short story is scary. But
Is
I realized early on that it was just going to be goofy.
Yeah.
Gory, but goofy.
Yeah.
I think that's why I liked it. I don't need to, like, go on and on about it. I think I just... There's something about me not liking 50% of Osgood Perkins stuff that I felt like the first time he wasn't behind the writing for it, that I actually really thought his direction could lend its ear to like other scripts, because I often don't like his pacing on things. I think if the writing is tight, his direction could be just as tight and just as fun. So getting to see him kind of run as fast-paced as this movie is, because it just keeps moving, I appreciated that he didn't like drag on with any of it. He just kept blowing up to the next set piece, and I feel like that's the least of which I can argue about for liking a film is pacing. If a movie just feels incredibly well paced, I'm already like on board.
I love me a Final Destination-esque film.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
Like, I don't know, the character development just wasn't there. If I don't care for the characters to live, then I don't really care about what happens. And that's how I feel in this
I
movie.
hear you. Yeah. No,
So-
I feel like a bad Final Destination movie would have that same response. Like, I don't even like this enough. I don't even like this enough to watch these bad characters die, because I just don't care anymore.
No.
Which is fine. Yeah.
So it was fine. As I said, my least favorite of the Stephen King adaptations for the year, and I fucking loved a lot of them. So
Yeah, we're gonna talk about them. Anything else about Monkey, Mark Rooster?
No, I don't think so.
You just wish it wasn't as silly. Yeah.
You know, that one came out earlier in the year.
get your shit together, monkey.
That's
Memory's
fine.
not as fresh. as that one.
Number 5, I believe this was Amazon. It's The Gorge. Did either of you see The Gorge?
I didn't see that.
I did not see The Gorge either, so this is
Okay.
all you, man.
So, I give it a 6 out of 10. And I say, I'd also brave a chasm for Anya Taylor-Joy.
I do like her.
So here's the thing. Would I recommend The Gorge? Yes, I actually would, even though I only gave it a 6 out of 10. It's the same ranking I gave Wolfman, but I actually liked this one. So I would say, no, it's just not a great movie, but I liked it.
I think it was Apple, actually.
Was it
Not
Apple?
Amazon. I think so.
Not
I think
Amazon?
that was like
Okay.
Apple thing.
So, regardless of which service The Gorge is on, I gave it a 6 out of 10. And it's because both of the main actors in this movie are great. Miles Teller is great. Anya Taylor-Joy is great. The premise is fun. 2 people in a random country are set up at watchtowers on the opposite side of a chasm that stretches for miles. In the chasm is a mist. There are noises. You're told to ignore them. You're told to just watch the perimeter. There are automated turrets that fire at stuff in the mist to keep it down there. And you're just told to literally have a gun, take care of it yourself if anything comes out. And they get stationed at the same time. She's from Russia because it's right on the border of a country. She's working for Russia. She's on the Russian side of the border. America sent a guy to the other side to work from that border because he's a part of that hemisphere's division. They imply that this is like a government secret. The coolest part about it is finding out what's down there, what's in the chasm, because they do go down. It's a plot point. But the reason I like the movie and the reason I recommend it is because their chemistry is so great. Miles Teller, he gets those binoculars out and he just starts peeping on Anya Taylor-Joy at any opportunity he has, as you would. And she starts peeping on him and they start to have like a relationship from across the gorge. Because they're both like military. They both have had very transient lives. And then they get wrapped into the thing together. They figure out a way to see one another, to kind of zip line from one side to the other. One person's zip line snaps and they fall into the gorge, and the other person goes after them. So it becomes a kind of reclaim this person because I don't want to see them die down there. We've been shooting at shadows for a year. I think they're stationed there for like 10 years. So it's going to take like a decade of their time. So by year 2, they're already fucking. It's really interesting. So I think the guy tries to get back and the line snaps and he gets stuck down there. I think. I might be remembering that wrong. It might have been her and he goes after her. It might have been reversed. Regardless, the other person goes after them and they're super surprised because military suggests you let what happened and they send someone out to replace the person who just disappeared because there's no coming out of this gorge. Once you're in there, they just suspect you for dead. But the coolest part of the movie is the entire final act where they go down there and figure out what's down there. And I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but it's pretty interesting. There's pretty cool stuff down there. And
I'm sold. I'll watch this movie.
I think it's worth a watch. I think it's fun. It's reminiscent of a 90s horror film with like monsters. That's the best thing I could say, is that it feels very early 2000s-y. It feels like something that would have played in a theater like the same time, like, I don't know, like Tremors came out, The Lost World, you know, like take those concepts. It feels reminiscent of that. Where it fails is in cutting corners and some script plot holes, whatever, to kind of wrap the narrative up as fast as they can. Yeah. So anyway, 6 out of 10. I recommend it.
I like both those actors.
Yeah, and both of those actors are great. They're the most interesting part of that movie because it's literally all on their 2 shoulders. So, there's also a good action. There's a good amount of action because they're monsters and stuff. So, next one, I actually saw this with Deputy Dewey. Ash. Did you see this one?
I did not see it.
You did?
He didn't. We saw it together.
We did?
We saw it together.
I don't remember this at all.
Okay.
Did you write down that you
I wrote
haven't
down
seen
that I
this one?
haven't seen this one.
Yeah, we saw this one together.
What happens in this one?
It's the sci-fi one with Aaron Paul.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I should have fucking...
I'm glad this
the
happens
people
to
who
other
went,
people too.
the people went crazy on the space
Yeah,
station.
this is fun. I
They
like
did
this
the
one.
event-
I remember
they did the event.
I
Horizon
already
thing.
remember it. I can talk about this now. That's fine.
I rated it a 6 out of 10. What would you rate it?
I'd probably rate it a little bit higher. I'd probably give it like a 6.5 or a 7.
Okay.
Because this is a fun one. It was a fun wraparound narrative, too. Because you, like, find out things from, like, different parts.
I said cool indie sci-fi horror adjacent. I said only reason it's rated lower is because it gives up the ghost about halfway through. It just becomes a little too predictable.
Yeah.
I think the you see the twist coming from a mile away, and you're just kind of stuck while the movie decides to catch you up to the twist you already know that's happening. And I feel the same way about Wolfman, where it's just like, we know he's going to turn into a wolf monster. Why are we spending 45 minutes working up to that when the movie would just be way more interesting if it was just about that?
Yeah.
So this is the type of thing where a chick with amnesia wakes up on a space station. Her ship had been crashed. Everyone there in the facility is dead. There's a weird experiment thing going on. She thinks she's a product of I don't know, conspiracy. There's a lot of weird stuff going on, but it feels very indie. It feels very green screen. It feels very psychedelic. The direction is cool as hell. It's by Flying Lotus. They do cool shit.
I got a lot of vibes from that. What was it called? Sun from years ago.
Sunshine.
Guys on the spaceship. Was that Rockwell, I believe? Maybe it was...
No, that's Moon.
That's Moon. Okay, so that one's
Moon.
Moon.
No, Sunshine was the Chris Evans, Cillian Murphy.
That's right. I had vibes of that movie,
Mark
too.
Strong.
But yeah.
No, Sunshine fucking rocks.
Yeah.
That's Danny Boyle.
And I think that's why like this one is just not quite there,
No,
because
of
that
course
one was
not.
so
it
good.
wants to. It never quite Event Horizons, which is actually the worst part. Is that it has the budget to do a cool Event Horizon thing, and it doesn't go full.
Go all in. Yeah.
It doesn't go full Event Horizon, which is the biggest. Would you recommend it though?
For other people to see
Because
it?
you said you'd rate it higher than me.
Yeah, well, you're a bigger sci-fi guy than I am. So when I sat there and I watched it, I was just like, I'm having a good time here. I'm not the biggest sci-fi guy, so if I'm having a good time watching this movie, I feel like I'd probably recommend it to other people.
I feel like I'd have to say, how do you feel about XYZ? And if your answer was yes, I'm into those things, then I would recommend it. Because I don't think... Like, Alley Cat, for instance, watched the trailer and thought it was interesting, and then I asked her if she would want to see it, and she said no.
Gotcha.
So it's just like, it would have to be like right person, right time, or just totally in your development.
Yeah. I think I never even saw a trailer for this. I think you just asked me to go, and I was like, yep. And that's probably why I forgot about it.
It had been on my radar because of Aaron Paul. And I remember being like, I know he's not going to be the main character, but I like him, and I like his judgment because he tends to be really supportive of the products he's in.
Love Need for Speed.
So, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, next one. This one, I don't want to talk too much about because I just didn't like it.
Got a problem with trans people?
Which is Woman in the Yard. I gave it a 4 out of 10.
I didn't see it. I think it was out during Fuck You, It's January, or
Maybe
it was February.
at this point, but I wrote down suicide is the answer.
Oh no.
I give it a 5 out of 10. I thought it had a creepy start, good setup.
It did have a good start, but then
Once-
the message really gets lost there.
Once the mystery is revealed, it's not too impressive.
No, and the mystery is antiquated, and I don't want to like spoil it,
I don't
but
care.
It's just like it's her trauma showing up on the doorstep, and because she had told her kids that her dad had been her husband had been driving the car in a car accident they had, but it was actually her who was driving it, and they were arguing because of her. So when they got in the car accident and the dad died, she had lied to them about why it happened. So it's her guilt showing up to be like, you've been living like a piece of shit and you've been blaming all this stuff on the situation that is your fault to everyone around you. I'm gonna sit here in the yard and remind you of that trauma. And she's like, please don't tell them. And they're like, but we want to know why she's out there. And she's like, you're not allowed to go outside. And then the woman just starts to like show up around the house. And you're like, no, this is a little bit more antiquated than that. It's like the visage of death.
Okay.
And then the very end is just like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm like your psyche. So I'm just putting out the energy that you're already feeling. And the feeling you've been putting out this entire movie is that you want to kill yourself. And she's like, you know what? I do. And that's how the movie ends. It's so bad.
Sounds like
it is such a bad message. It's like, if you have trauma, kill yourself. Like,
sounds like a worse version of Don't Let Go from last year with Halle Berry.
Yes, it absolutely was a worse version of that. I think it reminded me of Lights Out.
Okay.
The Jeff... what's that director's name? The dude from YouTube. He made a movie that had a really cool creep, a really cool gimmick, the light switch. Mm-hmm. It's a fun YouTube clip, but does it work as a movie unless you have substance? No, I'm gonna add substance. What's the substance? Kill yourself. If that was the substance for that movie. That movie's message was, by the way, you should kill yourself. And I just remember being like, why is this the message behind a movie? That's not a good message. And I remember thinking the same thing with Woman in the Yard. I'm like, I've been a piece of shit parent. Instead of owning up for it and making good on the whole point of this movie, that the guilt and the negative energy can't overwhelm me, I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna admit to my family what happened, and I'm gonna be a better person because of it, because I've been beating my kids and lying to them for 2 years. It's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna kill myself. So she sends her kids away and she literally kills herself at the end of the movie, and you're just like, you're left with like your jaw on the floor to be like, why is this what they wanted to do?
This is the message.
This is what you're putting out there. I
love that you said you didn't want to talk about it much, and then you described
the
the entire story.
That was one of my big problems with It Chapter 2. How they like made it okay that Stan killed himself at the end, and he did it for them and was very brave
I disliked
in
that
doing
too.
this.
Yeah,
it's like, fuck you, man.
It was the push. It was Clark Gregg dying in Avengers.
Yeah.
It's like, we needed a reason for
Let's
you guys
not
to come
glorify
back together.
suicide for anyone.
He was like, I needed to be the reason you guys came back. You wouldn't have done it without me. No, the reason this is scary in the book is because he was so terrified of Pennywise, even as an adult, that the idea of going back filled him with such dread that he'd rather die than go back. There's nothing meaningful about that.
He was fine when he forgot about it. It's the second he remembered.
The second he remembered, he was like, never mind. Yeah. I'm not going back there. And if this is back, then I don't want to be here anymore. And it's understandable. This is not understandable. And if anything, it does fetishize it. I like the idea that it's like, kill yourself. That's really good. Good message. Bumper sticker.
That's my rating for this movie.
Yeah, kill yourself. No, 4 out of 10. Do not recommend. Number 8, Death of a Unicorn. I gave it a 6 out of 10, and I said it's like creepypasta in quality. And that's like as many good things as that sounds, it's just as many negatives.
This is another one that I did not see.
Okay.
I gave it a 5. It just had a cool premise. And just
good cast.
Yeah, it. I felt like it wasn't quite crazy enough for something with this premise.
It never goes like full creature feature. It goes. It's light, and by the time you get to the end, when it matters the most, they just kind of there are a lot of cutaway shots where like they're just running through the woods.
Right. And
I remember being like, "This is the third act of this film. We're doing cutaway shots in dark woods." I think we're past this. Like, if it's a movie about killer unicorns, you should do the killer unicorn thing. And there's not enough of a motivation there. And the acting was good.
Yeah, definitely.
The acting was good. The actors are good. There's not a single person in that cast that didn't make me laugh. Yeah, even the dude, the hairless Russian dude from Barry. Like, that actor, he plays, like, the assistant, the butler in this movie. Best part of the fucking movie. Has such a small role, but every scene he's in, he's fucking great. The kid from We're the Millers.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What, eyebrows? What's his name?
The fucking Adam Warlock.
Yes. What's that?
It's gonna come to me.
Poulter?
Yeah, William Poulter. Right? I think it's William.
Poulter.
Yeah. Funniest performance I've ever seen out of him. What a fucking airhead. He really fucking plays a great character in that movie. But I would say Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega are the worst parts of the movie, ironically.
Interesting.
They're not the enjoyable part. It's the shitty family that's the enjoyable part of that movie.
Right.
The fact that they want to kill unicorns and harvest their organs to make
Which
a
is
killing
mean.
on the... Yeah, they're awful people. What's her face from Hereditary? Plays the mom, I'm pretty sure. She's,
Colette.
yeah, Toni Collette. They're fucking... They're awesome because they're shitty fucking people doing shitty fucking things. It's so good. It's like Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. But I liked it more than you.
Yeah, I get.
Would you recommend it? No, you wouldn't.
No.
It's less than a
I
7.
don't recommend 5 out of 10s. Give me a break.
I definitely do. I definitely do for the right
Are you
reason.
crazy? 5 out of 10? If you ever recommend a movie to me and it's 5 out of 10, tell me.
You're not listening. You're not listening to me from this point forward. All right.
That's awesome.
Hell of a Summer. 5 out of 10. Didn't enjoy this one as much as I wanted to.
I gave it a 6 just because I'm impressed with what they did, because Finn Wolfhard and Billy Burke wrote, directed, and starred in this, so kudos to them.
Sure, but like...
Yeah. Did you see it?
Yeah.
If
Okay.
you're in Hollywood and people are handing you money, you're gonna do shit with it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
well, it didn't make it.
if I was
They made,
handed
like,
this much money,
200,000,
I'd make
I
a
think.
good horror movie too. A 5 out of 10 for me is like middle of the road. I could take it or leave it. I'm not telling anyone to go see it.
So,
I'm not telling.
you just said sometimes you do tell people to see it.
Sometimes.
Mark, what did you rate this?
Sometimes.
5.
He's a
So
5.
I'm not
So I'm
telling
the
anyone to
highest.
see it.
And that's just
You
because
and
I'm
I
being
are
nice.
fives. I wouldn't recommend this one either.
They got the tone of the 80s slasher pretty good.
Yeah.
But the characters are all horrible. The killer was lame.
Yeah. What, we're doing it for the likes? We're doing it for the views?
I love Wet
They were
Hot American
videotaping these?
Summer.
So do
I
I.
love
So do-
Friday.
yeah, so do I.
I don't love Gen Z humor. And like
No.
this is one of those movies, like I don't watch the Megan movies, I don't watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movies, and it's because like their humor is just not where I'm at as
Yeah.
an individual.
Which is funny,
especially since I teach them.
I was
too.
gonna say, but you're the one who's around kids more than either of us,
Yeah.
so it's like you're the one who would hate it the most.
Yeah.
Which is funny because we gave it a harder rating than
I
you
think
did.
the thing that I loved the most of the main character, Fred Heschinger's like the
Yeah, I like him.
the hapless loser. I thought he did great. So I think that's like the one thing
There
that like
were
kept me in
I
it.
liked 3 or 4 out of the 10-person cast.
I hated Finn's character. He was boring as fuck.
He was not the good movie.
Billy was fun.
He was not a good part of that. His buddy,
Yeah.
the funny kid from
Yeah, that's Billy. Billy Burke.
that.
He also wrote and directed it.
No. The one who played like Nick, the boyfriend, the
Oh.
stepbrother with
Okay.
the stepbrother with the short like brunette hair. He was the person we liked throughout that entire movie. We kept rooting for him
Yeah,
the entire time.
That's the other guy. He actually wrote and directed it with Finn.
I
They're
thought
friends.
the blondie was Billy Bird.
No. It's that guy.
So he's Billy Bird.
Yeah.
He wasn't. No, Friendship. He's the fucking frog guy. in
That's
Friendship.
him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Billy Bird?
Yeah.
I thought the blonde hapless loser dude was.
No, the
was
blonde
Billy
hapless loser is Fred Heschlinger.
Bird. Okay, so
Whatever the fuck that is.
So he also helped write it.
No, Billy and Finn did it.
Billy and Finn.
So the character
wrote
you
and
like
directed
wrote,
it.
directed, and starred in it with Finn. Yeah. So that's why it went up a little bit in mine, because like I thought they did a good job. Everybody else is kind of meh.
He's the best part of that movie.
Yeah.
That's conflicting. I still wouldn't recommend it.
No, I don't like it, but
It's
like,
still a 5
I
out of 10.
appreciate them. There's a lot of people that I appreciated this year, and like them giving it a try was worth it for me. I'll give you a pat on the back. You tried.
Because his lines in Friendship are fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Man,
What did you do? I ordered.
That frog ripped me off. All right. This is a big one.
Hell yeah.
Number 10, ironically, gave it a 10 out of 10. Sinners.
I also gave it a 10 out of 10. Go see this fucking
All that I said was masterpiece.
I fucking love vampires. I fucking hate racist assholes, and they nailed both of them.
I give it an 8.5. I really liked it.
Okay.
Why lower than a 9?
Oh, I don't know. It could be a 9. I told you. I like a 4 or 5 scale.
I know you do.
I don't. An 8 or 5, 8.5 or 9. I don't know.
It's just how he's feeling at the moment.
Yes, I give it a 9 then. Is that what you want?
It is what I want, and I'm glad you agreed to it. I think everything about this movie works so fucking well that movies like this only come around so often. We do not get a Sinners every year, and every time we do, this is almost like, it's not a good example, but the Demi Moore movie that came out in 24. Substance. That was a movie that should not exist. And all the right pieces lined up in all the right spots, like Margaret Qualley, the director, Demi, the filming of it. It's just everything made sense, and they ran with it. This is a better example of that, where everything made so much sense. And I remember listening to an interview with Coogler where everything I heard him say, he's not a very confident speaker, first off. Every other word out of him is or He's such a talented guy, and he's so not well-spoken, it's almost funny. Yeah. But his direction, his sense of humor, his timing, his pacing, his action, his music, like how he films music, like this is such a strong movie. By the time you get to the second act and you're hit with that like timeless scene where it goes through all the genres overlapping at the same time, all because of the music, like I knew from that point forward, I was like, this movie is one of a kind. We do not get stuff this good.
Probably my favorite vampire movie since 30 Days of Night.
I love 30 Days of Night.
Same. And like, I've liked Fright Night, I've liked the new Salem's Lot, but this one was something special. It's an awesome take on the Robert Johnson crossword story, which I like grew up loving, was like fascinated with. Shout out to July Talk, one of my favorite Canadian rock bands. Peter Drimmons plays the other vampire that like plays the banjo.
Yeah, that's cool.
And he helped out with the music there, which I thought was fucking dope.
That's awesome.
Which I found out later. But yeah. Michael B. did a great job. Top 3 for me on the year. Might even be top 15 now. I loved hearing
Haley Steinfeld talk dirty. That was great. That was great.
These ain't
Some of the shit she said in that movie made me fucking...
She was really good.
Yeah.
Made my fucking guts mash up inside my body.
I don't know a single character that I didn't like in that movie.
Same.
Including the bad guys.
The writing, the acting, I love... Which is the one who makes it to the end? Smoke? Mm-hmm. The one who gets bitten and actually survives.
Yeah. Stax.
Like Stax, the one who goes down.
Yeah.
So I love that future scene. I love the way it ends. I love that it's fucking timeless. I love that they weren't pieces of shit. Like, yes, they stayed vampires, but they stayed in their fucking lane and they're just enjoying their time with one another. There's something very sad about that, but that's always been vampires. Vampires have always had that hint of sadness behind their backstory. Like, the original Dracula was all about love. It's just like, it's so hard to get all of these little things that make the creature in a creature feature so fucking compelling. Like an original Universal monster. This is like way up there with how you do something like this. Not to mention the respect paid to like the source material. The dude did his research. Like the dude went hard in the paint when it comes to like voodoo, like time setting, like actual social setting, like all that shit. Like I don't know why I'm surprised. I've liked almost everything Coogler's ever done.
He's one of the best working right now.
He has to be. Like his track record's just solid. There aren't too many people on this list, truthfully, that I would be like, watch them. Mm-hmm. Watch them, because from this point forward, they are a director to watch. I can't say that about too many people. Even the higher ones on this list, I'm like hesitant about recommending.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's the first one that we're all like, yeah, go see it right now.
Yeah, Sinners is not something to be slept on, but I also think it got very positive word of mouth. I think it's even gotten to the point where it might be a house at Horror Nights this upcoming year. And I'm...
Prohibition, vampires, let's do it.
I would love that. I would love that. What's next? Oh, on the complete opposite
Something
side
that
of the
shouldn't
spectrum.
be.
I didn't see this.
Until Dawn.
You don't need to.
Hot, wet, exploding garbage. I gave it a 2 out of 10.
I gave it a 0, burn in hell.
You gave it a burn in hell, a 0. Tell me why.
There was only one thing in that movie that I enjoyed, and that was the water scene.
Which is, I said exploding.
Yeah. Like, this is a movie that you watch with your friends to make fun of, and that's literally it.
That's what we did.
Like, the video game's great. We've just played
We
the video
just played
game.
it. Give it a shout out. Go to our YouTube.
Good Lord.
Watch
I can't
Deputy
believe...
Dewey and I play Until Dawn, where it's an actually competent narrative.
I can't believe the shrimp came back. He
Yeah.
deserved better.
Peter Stormare, what are you doing, man? He must have really needed a paycheck. Because, like, this wasn't the way to do it.
There was only one other movie I
Residuals
didn't
aren't
like
coming in.
more than this, which we'll talk about.
We'll talk about
No,
it.
there's 2 that I don't like more than this, actually.
There's some
That's a
bad
lie.
ones on this list.
Yeah.
This is definitely one of the first, like, huge stinkers
Huge fuck
that,
you.
like, if you want to see something bad, watch this. Because there are people like that. If you want to watch something actually... People defend this.
What?
People defend this movie.
Why?
People actually like this movie. And I think the worst comeback is, oh, you just don't like it because it's not like the games. Well, yeah. Exactly. The games are good.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? All that they had to do was adapt the story from the game, and they didn't do that.
Listen, Ouija I enjoyed, which is probably a very close, like the...
Yeah, it's, yeah, sure.
Similar type
it's
of
very
deal.
Similar vibe, at least.
This was just
I like
not
Ouija.
good. I didn't care for this at all.
Well, this is bad,
There's
Mark.
nothing...
I believe you.
There's nothing in this that makes me want to watch it again.
Maybe to see someone's reaction to the exploding. So, these people get stuck in this house overnight. They have to survive until dawn. Something different comes at them every night. Because it's a Groundhog Day, they keep waking up at the same
Yeah,
day.
I
you
got
show
it.
up again.
So you understand. The worst part about it is none of it's good. That gimmick is very fun. It's very interesting. I love a good Groundhog Day like mechanism. This finds a way to make it awful. It gets to the point where they're like, I'm just going to kill myself so that we can move on to the next day because I can't make it out of here without all of my friends. So I'm just going to kill myself so we restart the day together. Like, that's how bad it gets. That's how desperate the plot gets. Is like, oh, this was a bad time. I'm going to kill myself. So, like, there's this point about halfway through the movie where they're like,
Let's just hang out
we've
in the
been here,
bathroom.
we've been trying to hide away in the house for so long. I'm so thirsty. What happens if I try drinking the water? Because it's like, I don't want to starve. I don't want to, I don't want to die through one of these long, painful, torturous ways. So if we're going to hole up somewhere, we need a source of water so that we could last a little bit longer. They all take a sip of this water. They explode, Mark. One by one, they explode like big red balloons. I could not make this up. The plot contrivance to move the movie forward suggests that if these people in this house decide to just stay here because they're trying to understand the rules of the gimmick, that it'll put a block on drinking water so that they'll all die to move the plot forward. Right. They do that by making them explode. I can't make sense of it. It doesn't make sense.
Pretty sure Peter Stormare chastised them after that too. Like, you can't just do nothing. Ha ha ha.
Listen, this isn't a video game, though.
Yeah.
This is a movie. You can't just... What are you getting at? It doesn't make sense. I think if you could have written anything else, is what I'm saying. It could have been poison. I just remember being like, it could have just been poisoned. They could have just died. Like, why?
I usually can always find the good in something. I just can't find the good in this one.
No, I'm actually surprised I gave it a 2. I think the 1 is because it's sure movies. It's sure movies, and then 2, the exploding. It has brought me to such a conundrum that I have to be like, there's only one reason to watch this movie, and it's the nonsensical exploding.
Yeah, I'll move it up to a 0.5 just for the explosion.
You don't have to. I like that you gave it a 0.
There's 2 other movies that I gave a 0.
I like that you gave it a 0. I think you didn't see this one, but Mark Rooster saw this one, The Surfer.
I did not see
I
this.
saw it, yes.
What'd you give it?
7.5.
Okay.
Okay.
I gave it a 5. I said it is actually grueling to watch and experience this, but somehow it feels worth it.
I enjoyed it. I was with him. And if anything, I wasn't wild about the ending.
And I liked the ending.
Right. I remember we talked about that. And
I didn't like the entire second act where you're not sure if it's happening or not.
Yeah, that can be annoying.
After a while, you're just like, is the beach a metaphor? Nope, it's a beach. But they keep telling you that it might not be. Like, they keep trying to make you think that some of these things aren't actually happening.
I don't think I thought the things weren't happening.
But there's a point where he starts going crazy and you're just like, has he been the homeless guy on the beach this entire time? Like, was that him at the beginning of the movie? And it's like, no, that's just another crazy guy on the beach.
Set the scene for me and the listeners. What's this about? What's the plot?
Nicolas Cage takes his son to a beach
Oh, neat.
to go surfing.
Are there bees?
Because he grew up here when he was a young boy. No, because he was a young boy, and he wanted to impress his son and his recently divorced ex-wife by buying a house so that they could rekindle their family there.
I'm sure that ended
So
great.
he takes them down to the beach and gets assaulted by people who think he doesn't belong there because they're Aussies and this is an Aussie-only beach.
It's just another movie that makes me scared to go to Australia.
I've been to
I
Australia.
only see movies
That's
that make
hilarious.
Australia look terrifying every time.
Add not going to the beach on Mark Rooster's terrifying Australia
I've
list.
been on the beach in Australia.
I want to go to the outback.
He's
for
been
the
there. Were you assaulted by
I was not
Aussie
assaulted.
only
My
on
buddy
an Aussie-only
got
beach?
stung by a jellyfish, but that's just because he's an idiot.
Well, that's different. So
I peed on him. He's fine.
He gets obsessed with being like, no, I used to surf on this beach as a kid. I grew up here. I moved to America when I was like a teen, but I do belong here. I'm from here. And they're like, fuck you, get out of here. So they beat the shit out of him in front of his son. And it's sad because he stays there and he doesn't give up. And they keep finding reasons to keep him there. Like, they steal his car keys. They take his stuff. He wants his board back because it's the board he had ever since he was a kid. They steal it. They do graffiti on it. Like, he sticks it out, and each time you're just like, leave. Like, it draws you back into something shitty happening to him. And it feels like a lot of work. It's an unforgiving movie, and you can't wonder. After a certain point, you go, what's to what end? Like, when is he going to get out of here? Or when's the dime gonna drop?
Yeah.
And it takes a while to get there, in my opinion.
I respect
So
your
by the
Cage.
time it gets there, when the dime actually drops, Mark's saying that that's not actually the part of the movie that he likes. I'm saying that's the part of the movie that I actually like. I almost expect him to pop sooner. And the fact that it doesn't happen until the last 10 minutes is kind of where I'm like, this isn't a good movie because of that. Whereas Mark is saying
What do you like, Mark?
he didn't like the pop.
Captain Death is saying what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fine. So, but you liked it more. You liked the build. You liked watching these shitty things happen to Nicolas Cage.
I was sad for him, but yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. What made you saddest about all of the things that happened to him?
Because I went through the exact same situation myself.
Yeah. So, I think the thing that upset me the most during the movie was how... Also, the actor who played the like, cult leader...
Yes.
He passed away, like, right before the movie came out.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, the guy who played fucking Dr. Doom in the original Fantastic Four.
Oh, okay.
Nip Tuck. Doctor.
Yeah.
What's that actor's name?
Christian something, wasn't it?
I thought his name was like Dominic something.
His name was Christian in Nip Tuck. That's why
It was Christian in Nip Tuck. Yeah, fun actor. Always liked him in everything I've seen him in. Didn't know he was an Aussie. Really fun.
He plays Charmed. He was cold.
Yes.
Yeah.
He plays the like cult leader on this beach who all the like young bucks worship. So when Nicolas Cage shows up and tries to get along with them, he's the one who's like manipulating the situation. So he becomes like the main bad guy, the godfather of this beach. So that's the other interesting thing, but it's not enough to keep you invested, in my opinion, because the things he starts to do is just cruel. And like when the cop shows up and the cop is clearly on the pay to let this guy do whatever he wants on the beach, that's when I'm just like, okay, there's nothing to gain here anymore. You should just leave. It's a fixed game. You should just bail. But he stays there for like a whole, like in universe, another like 3 full days. This guy gets stuck on this beach. He does not leave this beach. It's just a lot. In my opinion, it was just a lot. And I just felt like could have gotten to the part where he beats the shit out of them like way sooner.
I respect Nick Cage, man. He makes whatever the fuck he wants.
He really does.
He needs the money. That's what he said.
I know this is from last year. Did you guys like Long Legs?
I did.
I didn't care for it.
I didn't care for it.
I wanted to like it.
He's the best part about it. Because I don't particularly think the direction was too great. I don't think the plot was too great. I don't think the writing was too great. I don't think the chick from It Follows did a very good job. And I usually like her and everything.
Yeah.
She was so wooden in that. On purpose, I understand her character is supposed to be like high-functioning autistic. But still, like, I'd do better is my thing. You have such a good... And then the marketing, like, oversold it. I remember they were like, this is going to be the next Silence of the Lambs, and it so fucking wasn't. Yeah. So, that's what upset me. I would recommend it, but I don't personally like it. You know? That's my opinion of Long Legs, at least. Clown in a Cornfield. Woo. I gave it an 8 out of 10. I really liked this one. Enjoyed it way more than I thought I would.
I didn't like it that much, but I did enjoy it. I had a fun time watching it. I gave it a 6.5. It's above Hell of a Summer, but below Wolfman, in my opinion. Okay.
I would definitely put this above Wolfman. I enjoyed watching this. This was fun.
I liked it. I gave it a 7.5.
Hell yeah.
I read the book and then went to see the movie a few days later.
I did not read the book. What's different between the book and the movie?
The movie has way more comedy.
Makes
sense. The book is not so humorous.
Okay. Is the book kind of a drag then?
No, but the book, the event that kicks things off in the past is totally different.
What was it in the book?
In the book...
to your knowledge.
The kid falls, there's an accident. These kids are partying, they get blamed for it. But when I went to see the movie, immediately the first thing is... some people getting killed by a guy wearing a clown mask. Yeah. I was like, okay, I understand.
So we're all...
They wanted the movie to start out like...
Yeah.
You know, with a bang. Less of a,
slow burn.
Right.
Was the entire town in on it in the book, too?
Is that the twist?
All of that is pretty similar.
Cool.
The way that things play out is a little different, but it's very gory, just like the movie.
I think where I started to say this is better than I thought it was going to be, I think specifically after Hard Eyes and Hell of a Summer, I was like, slashers are not
Not
doing
doing
good
well,
this year.
yeah.
So my expectations were lowered. I think that gives it a slight boon. You guys are probably right. It's probably closer to like a 6 or a 7. I gave it an extra point because I think it hit me at the right time. The reason I like it, spoilers, about halfway through the movie, more than one clown shows up in the same scene. And from that point forward, I was like, so we're not doing the Scream thing then. It's going to be, there's going to be a bigger story than just personal vendetta now.
Yeah.
And I like that because I think there's as many as 3 or 4 of them in one scene at one time. And you're just like, oh, this is like a conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cleanse.
They did a
There's
great-
purpose behind this.
They did a great Hot Fuzz.
They did do a
The
great
whole-
hot fuzz.
The whole town's in on it, yeah.
Where there's a catch one of them killers then. Well, there's only the one of them. There's only the one of them.
The
Yeah.
great are good.
The great are good.
I absolutely adored the scene where the doctor stabbed the guy, and the guy took it out, and he immediately bitched at him for it. That's like
It's like,
EMS 101.
Now you're just gonna die because you took
for
it
it.
out. Oh shit! And then he dies because he took it out.
I always love me some Will Sasso, too. He's great.
He is good, and I like Kevin Durant, who plays the mayor and the dad.
Yep. He pops up a bunch.
He's fantastic. He needs more gigs. He was in Abigail last year. That was really good.
Right.
And he's in the upcoming Ready or Not 2, which is also the Abigail, the radio silence team. So good for him.
I think they'll make a sequel on this one.
For Clown in
I
a
think
Cornfield, there's
they
3
left it
books.
open.
Yeah.
There's 3 books, right?
It did pretty well, right? Yeah,
I think so.
And it did do pretty good, yeah.
Cool.
I assume they're going to continue.
Yeah.
Because the dad gets away.
So there's a kid, don't they? They both get away at the end.
Everyone gets away. It leaves it open for sure.
Yeah.
There is not a true conclusion. The twist is developed.
What a twist.
Yeah, and I like the twist. I like that the town is like, no, our kids suck. And then so they kill them for one reason or another. That's fun. That is the Hot Fuzz twist. Alright. Final Destination Bloodlines. This is another one I gave an 8 out of 10. I appreciate that it was a solid re-entry to a series that never should have disappeared, is what I wrote down.
Hell yeah. 7.5, real good. This is the movie that the one trailer I thought was worth it because it was a fake out. Because the trailer was literally just the tattoo parlor scene where the guy...
Oh,
and we're
yeah.
like, fuck, why'd you show me a death already?
you show me
Ha he's not dead.
Because he doesn't die.
I enjoyed that trailer then.
Yeah, but I thought it had the best opening and the best overall.
They
since the original.
always have a solid cold open. That's the gimmick for a Final Destination
Right.
movie is how
This
they're going
one
to go
was
down.
long.
It was
the
good.
opening, it was very elaborate. That
I
little
actually-
fucker with the penny.
Yeah, when the piano fucking smashes him, everyone in the audience
everybody
like
cheered.
fucking cheered.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw this together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's IMAX, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember seeing it on IMAX being like, why weren't all of these movies done on IMAX first? But then sitting there, I think I even turned to you within the first 20 minutes. I was like, that's what they should do, honestly. That's what they should do. They should go back in time and they should make a Final Destination movie for like every era. Like, we should see an 80s Final Destination movie. We should see a fucking 1920s Final Destination movie. Like, what would a historically accurate Final Destination series look like? Because we got, what was it, the 50s or 60s this time around? It's like, yeah, let's keep doing shit like that. That's fun.
70s could be like
Have
what,
the
Woodstock?
entire movie take place in that era. Like, when it came Back to the Future, I was like, I understand its plot, but I almost kind of wished the
Stay
entire
back in
movie
that genre.
took place in that 60s era. You know?
We could see how every single person dies, including
Yeah.
Penny Kid.
Including Penny Kid. I think there's something about how funny a Final Destination movie could be, because we're all there for the same reason. It's stupid. It's stupid that we're all sitting in a theater together just going, how are these people going to die? There's something really stupid about that, but at the same time, that's what horror has always been. Like, that's why people saw all the Friday the 13th movies, you were like, what do we know as a guarantee? There's going to be sex, there's going to be nudity, there's going to be drug use, and someone's going to get killed. And it's like, okay, with Final Destination, you're almost hitting the same thing, but the itch is more in the gore department. So,
well, and just like how it's going to come about. What elaborate...
They're
basically slasher movies without a
Rube
slasher.
Goldberg, is that what they call it?
The Rube Goldberg machine, yeah.
When it takes forever for the fucking puddle to reach the cup to reach the person who slips and chops their own head off. Yeah.
And what a great send-off for Tony Todd.
Yeah, sad. R.I.P.
Last scene ever. Just a way to go.
Yeah, he was great.
What's the next one? I think Mark saw this. I don't think you did.
The animated one, right?
The animated one.
Yeah, I didn't see this one.
Predator Killer of Killers. What'd you think?
I liked it. 7.5. Pretty
7.5.
fast-paced.
Okay,
I miss hand-drawn animation.
Yeah, there were rumors for a very long time that this was going to be anime. That this was going to be like hand-drawn Japanese.
That would have been
And
cool.
holy shit, would that have been better. Could you imagine this, but like WB, like Warner Brothers anime department, instead of the full fucking Disney Star Wars department?
Yeah.
And this is the one where he was against like samurais too, right? So that
He was.
makes sense.
This was the era one.
Yeah.
He goes
Totally
up against a
makes sense.
Viking. Well, it's different predators in different time periods.
Right.
One of them versus a Viking, one of them versus a samurai, one of them versus a World War II fighter pilot. And then they all get brought into a wraparound narrative at the very end of Act 3. So the thing I wrote is this is the one that should have been live action.
It would have been more expensive.
Badlands should have been the animated one, in my opinion. That's a fucking buddy cop movie. That should have been animated. This is the one... This is what we've always wanted to see. Do you know how many people on the internet are like, Feudal Japan! Feudal Japan Predator! Do it! You will have my money! Like, Ghost of Tsushima, all that samurai shit that's super hard right now. Like, strike while the iron's hot. People would pay money. Vikings, strike while the iron is hot. We would love to see a live-action fucking through the histories Predator movie. We just had Prey.
Yeah, Prey did great.
Which did great. Wasn't released in theaters. I thought we learned from this. People want to see the Predator movies. I hope that's one thing we learned from Badlands. People want to see Predator movies. Like, they're just fun. They're just fun movies. It's an alien that hunts people, like Kraven the Hunter. It's just fun. They're in it for the game. Count me in. This should have been live action. This would have been so fun to watch in a theater. And it was just kind of okay watching it at home. I gave it a 6.
Okay. Yeah.
I would recommend it.
I liked it more than you a little bit, but neither of the Predator movies that came out this year are ones that, if I'm in the mood to watch a Predator movie, it's not going to be either.
It's not going to be either of these. I agree. I would say Prey was better than this. I actually love the Predators movie with Adrian Brody.
I like that one too.
And the original. So you want to watch a Predator movie, you watch the original. And I think that's why, if this had been live action, I think it actually would have it would have rivaled the original, because you like all of these characters. Like, the Viking chick is badass. The samurai dude is awesome. The World War II pilot, he's funny. He's the humor, but he's the Shane Black in this movie. So it's like...
I can't believe they never got Arnold to come back.
Well, that's the saddest thing about the end credits is, like, they're like, hey, by the way, the Native American chick from Prey, Danny Glover from Predator 2, and Dutch from Predator 1, Arnold, they're all on hibernation. So, like, the next Killer of Killers movie might feature them, because it's going to be easier for Danny Glover or Arnold to do a voice as opposed to
That'd be cool.
show up in film. So
Right.
It blows my
maybe
mind.
it's a launching, a trampoline.
He's in so many Terminator movies. Why the fuck isn't he in another Predator?
He asked for more money at the wrong time, and then the director didn't want to come back something or other.
It's a shame.
Yeah, agreed. 28 years later, I gave this one a 9 out of 10.
It's This one really upsets me that I haven't seen this one. I tried to watch it the other day on Netflix, but it's on like a different tier, so I couldn't watch it yet still.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
There are tiers on Netflix now?
Yeah. Because of like licensing agreements or whatever.
Interesting. Okay. I wrote 9 out of 10, kid takes his mom to the bone temple.
Hell yeah, brother.
I didn't like this movie very much.
You didn't like
I
28
give it a
years.
5 out of 10.
What's wrong with 28 years, Mark Rooster?
It's pretty good for a little while. Family drama.
Yeah.
And then it kind of splits into 3 different movies.
A little bit, yeah.
And I didn't think it balanced them, the 3 different things. And then the ending was just stupid.
The ending is stupid, but I try not to think of the ending when it comes to what the movie's message is or how I felt about the narrative. I agree that it splits into 3 different movies, but I like 2 out of 3 of them. So I'm willing to like give them the narrative split. I appreciate that none of the characters are super simple. I like that they're very complex and written to be a certain way. I honestly think Ralph Fiennes, his character is the most compelling and he's given the least amount of screen time. So it's like, I haven't seen the new one yet. I was busy seeing Lord of the Rings with Deputy Dewey this last weekend. So it's on my list, but I assume I'm going to like it a lot because it is a movie that he's more heavily featured in. The message behind this movie is so beautiful. The message in this movie is so, like, sincere. It's so sad.
Okay.
It's like, I just really, I empathized with the characters. And I think for that story to be delivered in a zombie movie, let alone a zombie requel thing, I don't know, something great comes from the most unlikeliest of places sometimes, and I really, it resonated with me.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. It didn't hit me at all.
Yeah.
I understand, appreciate the message, but I just didn't think it was written particularly well altogether. New one's getting great reviews.
New one's getting great reviews.
Since you say it branches off into 3 movies, is that because they are making more movies?
No, just the way that the story was constructed for this movie.
I was just wondering if like they did that for a reason and they're gonna make more.
They are, but it's more about this boy. He's the new focus of these 3 movies and his experience, because he grows up on this island off the coast. That's how these people have survived in this universe for so long, is that they've cut themselves off from the mainland where the infection spreaded the most from the previous 2 movies. Because 28 Weeks ends with the revelation that it got to France. That UK wasn't able to lock it down and it spread again. So, first movie is just UK, second movie implies worldwide. So for this to pick up 28 years later and for most of the world to have an understanding that it's only kind of stuck in select few countries is an interesting narrative, because this kid grows up on this very small island. He comes to the age of like 14 and he's just like, I don't know what the real world is. I'm gonna go hunt on the mainland with my dad, who's played by Aaron. And it's just like his understanding of the world through this experience of going there and seeing what remains is very interesting, but I think the heart is where the reason why he's doing it, which is naturally his mom is sick, she needs medicine. He's making a point to go there to try to pilfer a pharmacy with his dad so that they could get back and help the mom. Unfortunately, they don't know because they don't have the technology from living like fucking fishmen on the ocean for 28 years.
Fishmen.
Yeah, fucking fishers and poachers and all that shit. They don't know that she has like a fucking brain tumor. So it's like there's no medicine on the planet that's going to be able to help her. And they meet this guy who's a doctor on the mainland, played by Ralph Fiennes, and it's just like he cuts through it so fucking quickly in this huge movie that, again, does split into, like, 3 different stories. Like, the dad gets separated from the son, and there's the SWAT team, and then there's all this other stuff going on. Like, yes, there are, like, 3 different plots going on. But cutting through the thick of it is Ralph, who's just like, this is what life is. Like, he just sits the kid down, and he's like, listen. This sucks. It's gonna suck, but death is a part of life. Let's get through it together. And it's so like sweet.
Aww.
I think it's a sweet message in a very like horrifying franchise.
Yeah.
Like why is this sympathetic is what I kept asking myself. I was like for a franchise that has always kind of been like the people are worse than the zombies, like that's how this franchise has always been represented. It's like, no, this person is kind of the answer this time around, it was fun.
Let's go to my bone temple.
Yeah, he needs to take Mom to the bone
You
temple.
could have some of my menu.
This is a fun one, Jurassic World Rebirth. You want to hear what I wrote about this?
I don't believe that it's fun.
This is not a good movie. That's all that I wrote. I said this is not a good movie, and I gave it a 3 out of 10.
This is my second burn in hell.
0.
It's a 0.
You gave it a 0.
I gave this a
Wow,
fucking
no.
0.
I could never give it a 0. There were 2 scenes that were really cool.
Okay, tell me.
She walks up on the beach, and there's this dinosaur going into the water. And she's like, oh, this dinosaur's just going in the water. And the camera comes around the front, and that dinosaur goes in the water and comes up behind her and grabs her and takes her into the water.
That
It
was cool.
Really well put together scene.
Good.
I really liked that.
I'm going to level with you. I hated that scene because
Yeah, it
no
was
one
good.
was paying attention to the dinosaurs they just ran away from. Let
Let
alone the one that was sitting right there on the beach when they pulled up to it.
They just thought that.
What's the
dinosaur-
other good scene, Mark?
They just thought that dinosaur.
Tell me the other good scene that you
Benign.
really liked.
Not gonna bother.
Is it the Quetzalcoatlus?
No, was
Because I
when,
like that scene.
She grabs the briefcase and the guy's arm is attached to it.
Yeah,
yeah.
because he got
That was
eaten
cool.
by the D-Rex.
That was cool. It was like in the first movie.
Did you hear that they were calling him the D-Rex because it's a T-Rex with Down syndrome?
Jesus Christ.
I saw this movie twice.
Why?
Well,
What did you rate this? I need to
5.
hear.
The first
You
time
saw a movie you wouldn't recommend to anyone else twice?
at the drive-in.
Mark,
Oh,
It
okay.
happened to be,
you
but I was glad to see it again because the first time
Don't say that.
the fog.
This is immortalized
the fog
forever on the
rolled
internet.
in, so I could only really.
I'd
hear
rather
the
watch
last
Fog
20
than
minutes
this
of the
movie,
movie.
Mark.
Mark Rooster, you have written stories that I have enjoyed.
Thanks.
This shit was AI, and it is garbage. That script was horseshit.
Oh, this script is bad.
I literally
so
looked at
much
Captain
of
Death
that
while
stuff.
this movie was going on. I'm like, is this just AI made? Is this script AI?
It makes a funny point about 25% of the way through to be like, these aren't people. They don't have stories. You're watching this movie because dinosaurs. And the saddest part about it is they didn't even do the dinosaurs well. The reason this all pops off this time is from a fucking Snickers wrapper. This is Gareth Edwards, isn't it? The director?
I think so, yeah.
He's done good movies. I like his Godzilla remake.
Yeah.
His original movie, Monsters, is phenomenal. I could see why he would be... Rogue One, that's a good Star Wars movie. Like, he's done good stuff.
It was just a major
I think
studio.
the
just wanted
studio
this,
was
this,
just
and
like...
this, and he's like,
The
alright.
studio was... Needs dinosaurs. ScarJo. Mahershala Ali. Do it. And he was like, why? And they were like, money. And he was like, sure.
Well, they don't need to keep making these movies. They didn't
No,
need to make.
this
the
should
last
be a
one.
reason that they stop forever.
Yeah.
Jonathan Bailey was the only good character.
He was, which is actually why I gave it a 3 out of 10.
Just because of him.
I gave it a 3 out of 10. I think I give it the 1 point because it's sure movies. That's my 1 out of 10. Is this movie sure movied? That's a 1 out of 10 for me. Is the fact that they got to the fucking finish line. That's a 1 out of 10. A 2 is I found one thing to like about it. A 3 is I found 2 things to like about it. There are 2 things I like about this movie. First one is Jonathan Bailey. He's a really good guy.
Mm-hmm.
I wish he was in more stuff, and I
start doing that
arguably
more.
liked Wicked more because he was a part of it.
Yeah, Pharaoh's a good character.
The other thing I liked about this movie is Mahershala Ali, who needs to be Blade, but I hear that that's not happening anymore,
But
which
his
I don't
character
fucking blame
also
him.
needed to die.
Yes,
And
it
it
would have
lived.
made the end of the movie even a little bit better if his sacrifice was not half-baked.
You don't need good dialogue. when
Also,
a T-Rex is
D-Rex,
chasing
stupid
you.
as hell.
Wrong.
You're telling me that they would have sunk millions and millions of dollars into keeping a shitty thing that'll never make them money alive contained somewhere? No, I'm sorry. The minute this thing hatched out of the egg deformed, they would have aced it immediately because it's a facility. If something is not done right, you burn it, you ice it, you start over. Like, this is a company. We're talking about a company. Jurassic Park movies have always been a criticism of capitalism. Dinosaurs, in this universe, dinosaurs are meant to be products. This is a defunct, broken product. You will not keep it around for 16 plus years and feed it knowing it's never going to get an audience. Knowing it's never going to serve a purpose. Let alone it's violent, it's killed people before, it's killed other dinosaurs before. You're keeping this thing in your facility? You're letting this thing hide behind a door that gets faulted by a Snickers wrapper?
It's cool.
That's the story we're telling here? Billion-dollar franchise?
Yeah. It's the worst Jurassic Park movie.
It made a lot of money.
That makes no sense to me.
People want dinosaur is all that says to
God damn
me.
it.
The other thing is ScarJo's tits, which are on display in this movie pretty much half of the runtime. She does a really bad Laura Croft impersonation in this movie, but I can appreciate that.
Go watch a Sydney Sweeney movie if you're that horny.
I-
Give me good dinosaur
We
movies.
I like this next one, Together.
I didn't see it. It's the other one that I really want to see.
I gave it an 8 out of 10, which is one of my highest on the list. Really surprised me, loved the message, loved how it ends.
Yeah, I gave it 8.5 out of 10.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
I love when
Weird.
Mark Rooster and I line up.
Weird body horror.
Weird body
I
horror.
love-
Some surprising body horror.
I really like these two actors a lot.
So do I. And the fact that they're a real life
Married.
couple, you
Yeah.
actually feel it.
Yeah.
There's something really sincere about their performance here. I will say, worst thing about this movie, maybe why I didn't rate it higher, the discourse behind it. This script might have been stolen.
Oh, really?
there-
Had you guys heard about that? They had seen a movie together like 2 years prior where a lot of the same stuff happens in the same plot.
Interesting.
And they wrote this movie.
Just based off that experience.
And I was just like, wait, they took someone else's shittier movie, made a better movie about it, and then made a ton of money for doing it? Like, that made me feel a little icky.
Have you seen the movie that's supposed to?
No, and I know that it went to court, and I know that it didn't pass. I know that everyone said it's different enough to not make sense, because it's not the same relationship. It's not a couple. It's like a mother and a daughter, but it's like the same plot.
Huh.
It's not the same twist, it's the same concept. I think they made a more competent film, but I can't ignore the discourse that someone wanted to sue them because it was too similar to a movie they knew that they saw.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
a little sad, but anyway, Alison Brie, Dave Franco, fantastic. What a third act. Didn't know where that was going, didn't know how it was going to end. Very happy with how it was going to end. Literally said, what the fuck, when it ended. Loved that. Fun. Cool practical effects, cool special effects, cool sequences that they don't ruin in the trailer either. This is a good trailer movie. You could watch the trailer for this and not have everything spoiled for you.
Right.
Which is-
Strawberry Shortcake told me to see this movie, but not with a girlfriend.
I saw this
And
with
I
my
can see
girlfriend
that.
and we both liked it.
Okay.
This was one of her tops that year.
He said he was weirded out with his wife watching it.
That's funny for them because they're having a child. Next one, also, this was a good spin. We started getting to some really good ones now. Weapons. I said this one didn't surprise me. It was pretty predictable, but I always appreciate where it goes because this director is fun.
Yeah.
I gave it an 8 out of 10, which is another one of the top recommends for this year.
Absolutely loved it. Gave it a 9 out of 10.
I give it an 8 too. I thought the setup was kind of like a modern Stephen King.
Agreed.
book.
Agreed. The vanishing of these kids in a supernatural format. That is very Stephen King.
There's some weird...
That's more Joe Hill. That's his son. Yeah.
There's some weird humor in the last act, too.
I like that.
Isn't
Agreed.
really a present early
It turns
on.
a lot of people off.
Yeah.
A lot of people said I liked this movie up until the end, and I'm like, hard for me to believe that you would get all the way there and then not be down for how the Hansel and Gretel house literally crumbles.
What? That's crazy.
You can't give me a Hansel and Gretel and not have some comeuppance.
Yeah.
Especially in that fashion. Guys, everything was about consumption up until that point. Why are we going to turn it on its head and not accept it for what it is? I think it's people who don't understand the metaphor are saying that they don't like the end. But
Krager is like a rival of Jordan Peele to me these days. Like, they're both comedians that are making these unique original horror movies with likable characters.
Krager is what I want Osgood Perkins to be.
Okay.
Oz has the same sense of humor. He has a high art fidelity to his movement. He has a very constructive vision. I think there's a lot of similarities between his vision and Krager's. I think Krager's has a better sense of humor and a better sense of movement. And I think that's why I like his movies more. I think Perkins sniffs his own farts too much, and no one is strong enough to tell him that he should cut shit. No one in the editing room with Osgood Perkins is saying what needs to be said, which is trim the fucking fat.
Gotcha.
I think Krager gets it. I can't fucking wait to see this guy's fucking Resident Evil movie.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
That's
kidding
gonna
me?
be so
That's
much
gonna be
fun.
on my horizon. He's doing a Resident Evil movie next. And he already flat out said, like, it's not going to be based on the games. It's going to be the universe of the games. It's going to be someone who's on the outside of Raccoon City's downfall. And I'm, like, so on board with that. Because what have we seen before? That adapting the material directly sucks. Skirting around it also sucks. Doing something completely original kind of sucks. So take the feeling and do that instead. I think it could be interesting. That chick's performance too. Didn't she just win an award? Didn't
Gladys.
Aunt Gladys? She just won like a fucking BAFTA or some shit for it. The audience awards, I think.
SAG.
I don't
really
remember who
followed
played Aunt Gladys, but she was fantastic.
What the fuck is she in? She's a redhead from something else.
Mm-hmm. Any other thoughts about weapons?
No, I like how they run with the arms out like this.
It creates a good image.
Yeah.
The Naruto
It
run.
reminds me of when you were a kid and you would put your arms in the door frame to like get that feeling like you're floating afterwards.
The one thing that I hate, and I wish he would have some fucking balls about this, was the gun scene. Where he like looks up and sees like that M16 with like the clock number on it. And he basically has just like, he said in interviews like, oh, it's like for your own interpretation. It's like, no, that's a fucking like metaphor for school shootings. Just fucking like say that out loud. Like,
so
I have some balls.
I'm of two minds with that statement, where one of them agrees with you. The analytical side of me agrees with you, because I think if you're wasting runtime on something that doesn't make sense, you're not running a tight ship. I think if you don't have... Every auteur in the film histories can look at their stuff and say, that should have been cut. There's a reason we have director's cuts for things. Mm-hmm. This reeked of a director's cut shot. The other mind of me is the surrealist mind, which says, I haven't sat through film school David Lynch for no reason. Mm-hmm. That dude does not need a reason to put fucking anything on screen, but I am down to watch it just to see what he chooses to do. Because a lot of, like, my watching of David Lynch is just like, this dude doesn't need a reason. He's just doing what he thinks needs to be shown. Like, his art has always been surrealism, expressionism, like he's putting an image in front of you because he wants to see a reaction out of it. He will not explain it to you. There is not a science there. He is an artist. He does not need to describe his brushstrokes to anyone. And like, that's the part of my mind where I'm like, Kreger needs to do more shots like that ask us what's the reason behind this. And even if he doesn't have an answer, I'm cool with a cool image just being a cool image as long as you own it. It doesn't feel like he owns it,
no.
Which is where I'm with you
So
a
it's
little
out
bit.
of place. And like Pedro Pascal was going to play Josh Brolin's character.
This was entirely going to have a different cast.
I'm
writer's
happy
strike.
that Brolin.
The
took
writer's
it.
strike fucked this movie in a couple different ways, but it might have fucked it for good.
Like seeing Pedro in it would just be like, oh, okay, it's Joel.
The only kid who came over is the kid who was from Euphoria.
Yeah.
The crack heroin addict. He's coming back to play the main character in Resident Evil. And you can't help but be like, oh, these guys are just going to work together for the rest of their careers. That's fantastic. I like both of them. I've liked that kid since Lock and Key. And Euphoria. He's fantastic.
The cop was in something else too that I know. He looked vastly different with the mustache.
That's Han Solo.
Yes.
That's
wild what a mustache can do.
Hail Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, he's good too. I like him. I like this entire cast.
Yeah, they're really good.
Ben Wong was not supposed to be the principal. They originally wanted the black guy from Atlanta.
Yeah,
who plays the rapper, who plays Paperboy. It's just like, this entire cast was going to be so fucking different. I don't remember who would have played Julia Garner's. I don't remember hearing that anywhere. I remember hearing that Pedro was Brolin. Mm-hmm. And I remember hearing that the actor from Atlanta was going to be Ben. I remember hearing that maybe Aunt Gladys was always supposed to be Gladys. I think he said he wrote the part for her.
Okay. Or
something. I don't remember. Anyway, Weapons was really good.
Go see it.
Yeah, that's one of my tops. I really enjoyed this one with you. Toxic Avenger.
Bloody disgusting.
7 out of 10. Had me laughing out loud like a fucking nerd in the theater. Really funny stuff.
It was. I never thought.
Great performances.
I never thought that a Toxic Avenger movie could be that funny because the original.
The originals aren't that funny. No, no.
They're funny in the first
in
one. Like,
different
in
ways.
Parts are funny.
Yeah, in different ways.
But
though.
this movie was funny beginning to end.
Yeah, it really was.
I was
Kept me
howling
guessing
during
too.
the fast food robbery scene.
Yeah, you were.
That was fucking gnarly. That scene made it worth it for me.
Only reason it didn't get a higher rating from me is that's not Dinklage in the suit.
Oh, really?
It's not. It's actually another female special effects actor.
Okay.
Who they just dolled up
so
to look like
Dinklage.
He did the voiceover for.
That's lame.
I agree. I mean, on one hand, I'm like, then why did you cast him?
Yeah.
If you can't get if he's not going full Ron Perlman with this, he can't be the ugly guy who also plays the monster. Yeah. Then don't cast him.
He's starting to be a person I like less and less.
The more I hear
stuff about
yeah, totally.
I gave it a 6.5.
Yeah. I think I only gave it a higher rating just because I take the comedy very seriously. From like Mark said, from beginning to end, this one had me laughing, and I
gave it 8.5.
I'm glad you liked it more than I did. I think something hurt with hearing that he didn't want to get dolled up and do all the fun shit himself. He's an actor who's willing to show up and get a paycheck, but he's not willing to do the whole character, which is sad.
Yeah.
To me. That's the opposite of Jim Carrey. That's the opposite of Ron Perlman.
He's not young though. Either.
Let's make sure 7 other
this
actors
role
don't
wasn't
get a job.
super demanding. He runs around with a mop. It's not. I'm not asking him to do the original stuff. The point of the original was they casted that little nerd
right
because they always knew they were going to have some buff fucking weightlifter play Toxie. Is like, that's the joke. If you wanted to do that with this one, then yeah, you have him grow a foot and you have him get played by someone else. That's almost what I expected until I saw the BTS shots that first came out that showed he was still a dwarf.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought the point was he would actually get big and muscular, jacked and angry, and go on they would cast some wrestler to play the advanced toxic version of him, because that's funny on paper.
Right.
Terrifier is really like opening doors for Bloody Disgusting. They're really starting to do some cool stuff.
Cineverse, yeah. No, good for them, honestly. I'm not happy with everything they do, but you know. Alright. Bring Her Back.
That's another 8.5 for me.
I gave it a 9.
This is a 10er for me.
It's a 10er.
I love this one.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot too.
It was actually disturbing.
I said genuinely the most uncomfy moment of 2025.
This was everything I wanted Talk to Me to be, and that one let me down a little bit. So
I love Talk
I
to
had
Me,
really
too.
high hopes for Talk to Me, and then it kind of let me down. And then this one I didn't have hopes for because of that, and it fucking blew me out of the water.
Delivered.
Love the characters, love the creepy plot. The real demon is the monsters we become over an actual fucking demon.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Actually following through on what they promise is really fun. The Rocka brothers are batshit. Like, in actual person, they are nuts.
I love that they don't do happy endings, too. In this
Agreed.
day and age, like, it's
Agreed.
always devastating at the end of their movies. I love that. I hope they keep that up.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're funny. They're Aussies. They're really funny. I think their sense of humor still comes over even in the darkest of their shit. And I think they're willing to go places that make people uncomfortable simply because they're such visceral people. And, like, they actually know what, like, true violence, like, looks like. They just understand it. And I think that's what makes it so uncomfortable to watch, is, like, you're seeing Talk to Me feel like a conscious effort for these people to ruin their own fucking lives, and it just feels so earned that this is sad. Yeah. This is really sad.
That kid just
it's like,
eating that
what
knife.
lengths would you go to get your dead kid back? It's like, it's Pet Sematary, you know? Like, it's just a different suit. And it's a sad one. I mean, both of them are sad. But.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what they do next.
They're doing a documentary about death fighting. Death matches.
Okay.
They were originally rumored to do the new Street Fighter movie because they're such huge fans, but then scheduling conflict, so they had to drop out. So,
Interesting.
I would have loved to have seen a fucking Street Fighter movie
Made by
from
these
these
guys?
guys.
Hell
They
yeah,
would
dude.
have pulled zero punches.
Dude, when the demon kid turned back into his normal self, I felt so bad for that kid.
Yeah. To be fucking backseat in your own mind to some demonic force.
I want to go watch this again.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on it, Mark?
I mean, no. Other than, I think it was the most disturbing movie I saw, along with The Ugly Stepsister.
Which is
At
the
the end
last
of
one
our
on my
list.
list, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, this is right up there with Sinners for me.
You gave it an 8?
I give it 8.5.
8.5, yeah.
Same rating I gave Sinners, since you mentioned it.
This next one I gave a 10 out of 10, The Long Walk.
I also gave another 10er.
I liked it a lot, but not that much. I gave it 7.5.
I know this is me. I loved the book. This is one of the books that I relate to the most. This is one of my favorite Stephen King, Rich Bachman books. I didn't think, for the longest time, there was like, anyone out there was just saying, this is unfilmable. You'll never get this to work as a movie. And then we get the Hunger Games movies, and it's like, okay, we're a step closer to being able to make this happen. I think it's a little bit of like right place, right time, right person, because Lawrence was just the right director for this movie. After doing the Hunger Games movies, you're just like, he's the right person for the job. And I think there were only so many ways to do it without butchering the message, and they nailed the message so well that I can't help but like react as viscerally as it wants you to. And that has me like loving every aspect of it. And the fact that it doesn't actually end like the book, that it pulls you out from under the rug at the very end, and the main guy doesn't survive, because that's
Right.
how the book ends. The main guy does survive, and it's questionable and it's weird. This is like, fuck you. You thought you knew how this was gonna end. You don't. And that's awesome.
Captain Death here audibly gasped when Ray got shot, and I was like, oh fuck.
I lost it. I was bawling. I was done. I was crying. This movie had me crying.
You brought up like a great point. Like, how do you make a movie where you shoot 49 kids in the head and make it artistic?
And you make them walk like 40
They
miles.
fucking figured it out,
and
man.
every shot had me jump. This is a movie that the sound editing could not have been tighter. Every bullet hurts to hear in this movie. And that's different because, like, in Hunger Games, it was the cannonballs. Whenever a cannonball went off, you knew someone in the field died.
But that wasn't, like, guttural.
But it wasn't, yeah. You're not related to it because, one, how often do you hear a cannon fire?
Mm-hmm.
And two, this is like a fantasy YA novel.
Yeah.
This feels like this could happen. This movie feels like it could happen. How many people in this country actually would sign up for this thing if they knew that they could get their families out of debt? Like,
It's true.
That's politically accurate.
Well, the timing of this movie, too. It came out the week Charlie Kirk got shot.
Oh my god.
And I saw it twice in theaters, and both times I could feel the old people around me be like, I don't like this. Like, I could just feel it in them.
You could feel... This movie had a fucking atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. I think I saw people leave, actually. I don't think... I think
It's
this
'cause
is one of
they're
the few
scared.
movies. Yeah. Like Mark Rooster, yeah.
Mark Rooster would tell you anytime someone gets up in the middle of a movie, even if it's just to use the bathroom, that they're leaving because they're scared.
Very reminiscent of The Lottery, which I know you've talked about on your pod.
I read it, yeah.
David Johnson, though, man, everything he fucking is in, he steals the show.
Is that Andy from
That's Pete.
Alien?
Yeah.
Man, he's someone to watch. I loved him. He was the best part of Romulus, which I did not like very much.
Yeah, he's the only
And
redeeming factor.
he is a shining fucking star in this movie. But even the kid from fucking Pizza, the main guy.
Is that Barkovich? The long hair
Yeah.
blonde guy? Yeah, he did really well in it.
Man, this cast fucking rocked.
Weird question. The ending. Is that ambiguous? I think he gets shot there, and that's him, like, walking in the afterlife. But, like, other people have said, no, it's just him just walking then after shooting that guy.
I kind of take it as literally as it is, because, like, I don't think life is as simple as, like... There's one thing to say, this kid just won this tournament, we're going to let him do whatever he wants. There's another thing to say, like, the society in which they allowed this to happen is kind of reflected in that moment to say, no, he can get away with this because that's what the system supports.
That's what winners get to do.
That's what winners do, yeah. Like, they get this moment.
They get their greatest wish.
I think if it were meant to be implied that he's dead, they'd film at least one shot of just, like, people pointing guns at him and hesitating.
Well, my thing is, he literally walks away and there's nobody there. It's just him.
Well, it's because they were on the other side of him. It was a very 180-degree shot. But, like, you're right. You're not wrong. It's eerily vacant when he turns to leave. But I'm under the impression that the military drew a line somewhere. I don't know.
There is an alternate ending, too, where he, like, sends money to, like, Ray's mom, and, like, the
Well, his mom
rosary goes to the
another thing.
the other
His
black guy's mom.
His mom was there. Like,
Yeah, that was a tough scene.
What? So you gave this a
7.5.
What didn't you like about it to rate it higher? Because as someone who rated it the highest I possibly could, I want to know what didn't hit the mark for you.
Let me just pull up my Letterboxd review to remind myself. Though I don't remember anything sticking out in particular that I didn't like.
You just didn't vibe with it as much.
My usual complaint. It's a little long.
A little long.
Yeah.
I feel that actually.
That's really the only thing, and I like to see Judy Greer also.
She was great in this.
I feel like I don't
Mark
see her
Hamill,
enough.
happy to see him in anything.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
No, there wasn't anything other than maybe a little long that I really didn't like about it. I thought it was a pretty solid movie altogether.
Yeah, this one scratches an itch for me for sure. I'm not going to downplay my bias towards movies.
It's not one of my favorite Stephen King stories necessarily. I like it solid. Stephen King. I'd give this story 7.5 or maybe 8.
So it's matching. The adaptation matches your feelings on the book.
I think so.
Yeah, that's fair. I know we watched this together. Did you see Marshmallow?
No.
So, very quickly, gave it a 4 out of 10. I thought the premise oversold the execution.
This is another one that I saw with you? Because I don't remember Marshmallow.
Marshmallow, the kids at the camp. And it ends up being, they're just like robots. They're sent back to grieving families. And so when they have bad things happen in their programming, they're sent back to this camp to be worked on and then sent back to the families.
It's ringing a bell.
Yeah. Sleepaway Camp about kids. They're all like 10 years older.
It was pretty short.
Yeah, kid gets bullied. He's really awkward. It's not acted particularly well. Yeah. Again, it's a 4 out of 10. High value concept, low value execution. Cool poster, cool elements, some good kid acting.
Okay.
Writing, okay. Feels very... We did this on a shoestring.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't remember this.
I remember the doctor working on them.
The story is that if you leave your bunk in the middle of the night, the doctor's going to snatch you up because he experiments on kids. So it's like that's the story they tell you around the campfire. It ends up being all the kids are robots. They're sent to grieving families who lose their children. So it's like an alternate future. Yeah, I get my son back. But like when they have a problem with the programming, they're sent to sleepaway camp so that they can get updated, patched, and sent back to their families. It's not a good twist. It's a very Twilight Zone twist, and they don't sell it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to sit on it.
It's a neat concept because, like, I don't know. It's like, oh, it's a horror. It's not a horror. Like it's a slasher, but it's not a slasher.
It's not. Every time you think you know what's going on, it's not. It's not what it is.
Yeah.
This is another one we watched together. Ick.
Yeah.
Do you remember Ick?
I didn't like Ick.
I did. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I like this director. He definitely has ADHD. The thing I wrote down is "You are not the father." Did you see Ick, Mark Rooster?
I did not see it.
Brandon Routh.
Yeah.
It's a weird infection. It's made by the director who did Detention. I love Detention. I think Detention is not given enough credit. It has one of the best Josh Hutcherson performances I've ever seen. It's just a quotable fucking movie. I don't think this is nearly as quotable, but I still liked it. I think it's a recommend for people who vibe with this.
When I watched it, I just wanted to watch The Faculty instead.
That's fair. It is very
just where I was, because I love The Faculty.
Yeah.
It also made me think of fucking like that's the movie with the chick that she puts fucking whipped cream over her tits.
Varsity Blues.
Varsity Blues. It made me think of Varsity Blues too at certain points.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is just like taking things from like much better movies.
And that's what Detention does too.
Yeah,
It's just what this director does. Yeah, don't want to talk about it too much. I like it. I recommend it, especially if you liked the movie Detention. Go see Ick.
I give it a 3. Not
Let's
my
talk
cup of
about this next one. You want to talk about this next one? Strangers Chapter 2. This is my 1 out of 10 on the list, and all I wrote was what the fuck.
Oh, that's close to mine. I put fuck this movie.
It's a 0 out of 10, isn't it?
It's a 0. It's one of my zeros.
Oh man, you didn't see this. You refused to see it.
I saw the first chapter, and that was good enough for me.
So the funny
because
story,
it's just a remake of the first movie done poorly.
The funny story about this is I went to see this with you, and I didn't know they made a chapter 1. I thought that this was just a continuation of the first movie.
He thought this was the third movie.
But they just couldn't afford
they already did
Liv,
the third movie.
and they just recasted her, and I was like, oh, that'll be fun. And then you
No.
sit there and you tell me, no, they did chapter
do
one.
it
I was like,
again.
oh,
Everything you like about the first movie was done again, but worse.
I literally said, because like it literally shows like a trailer for the next movie at the end of the movie. I'm like, why would you do this? Nobody wants to see this.
We're gonna
It's
see
so
it.
bad.
You and I are gonna go. It was really bad, Mark.
No, I believe
It was really bad. This was one of the most fun experiences I had seeing a movie with Deputy Dewey this year because it was so bad.
He could feel the steam coming off my head.
He was radiating a heat for which I can only attribute to hate. Pure hate. There's so many points in this movie where we turn to each other and we were like, why is this happening?
Yeah.
Where is everyone? What are we doing? So I'm glad you hated this. Because you're going to hate the next one too, which we're absolutely going to see together. They also, worst part about this one, Mark, they try to explain the motivation behind the strangers. They try to explain why they're doing it.
It's the fourth one of these movies.
It is.
So that's what they're doing now.
You're right. That is the method. Is that we're going to start explaining the backstory.
The explanation is because you were home. That's the explanation.
And that's actually what made the first one
God
so terrifying.
damn it.
Yeah. Fun times. Yeah, let's bounce on to something really good that I know Mark loved. He doesn't watch any of the VHS movies. That's fine.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
VHS Halloween, I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
This might be one of my favorite VHS movies ever made.
Yeah, you were super hot on it. I gave it an 8.5.
I
a little bit
loved
lower.
it.
I love these films.
We watch
it's our
these
Halloween
movies
tradition
together every year, and we have a ranking for all of them. All the shorts, all the clips, we have a ranking for them. We're going to record an episode about it at some point, so be on the lookout for that coming soon. This one, they get better and better.
Yeah,
I think ever since Shudder took over, they're just doing better and better every time they make one. I think the first two are competent, the third one is dog shit, and then ever since Shudder got hands on the VHS franchise, they have gotten better and better and better. And Halloween is such a fucking vibe. Mm-hmm. You give us a trick-or-treating short. You give us a fucking testing out products short.
Fucking out there.
You give us how candy is made short. You give us a monster, a creature feature short. I am so fucking in. Yeah. It was fun segments. We're going to talk about that more later.
Anybody that likes horror should give a VHS a go.
Well, that's where Mark is going to disagree with you. Mark does not like handy cam, shaky cam, first person
They're not all that way, though. I guess, yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Which is exactly why Mark Rooster does not like them. Which is exactly why I asked Mark Rooster earlier this year, would you want to watch all the VHS movies with us and then talk about all the clips with us, Mark?
And I said no.
He said no. That's what I remember. That's how I remember that conversation going.
The answer is no.
Because some of them are good.
It's just seeing so many different methods of art.
Seeing so many different voices take a stab.
It's so
in
fun.
the dark.
It's great.
Yeah. Fun vehicle, hope it never ends. Truthfully. Yeah. I think VHS is one of those things that they could come out with one every year. They will never repeat themselves. They are cheap as hell to film. Tons of people are interested in it. All of them make better reviews than the last. They make more money than the last. I say keep doing it. This is our Tales from the Crypt. This is our Twilight Zone. This is our fill in the blank. Our anthology series is VHS, and I am fucking here for it. Jimmy and Stiggs. Gave it a 4 out of 10.
Oh, wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
I said if someone films a movie in their house by themselves, this is what they film.
Much like Ick, this wasn't my cup of tea either. 3 out of 10 for me.
Why'd you think I was going to rate it higher?
I thought you were into it when we were watching it. Yeah.
I think in retrospect there was too much I couldn't get past. Did you see Jimmy and Stiggs?
That's at Bigos, right?
It is.
Yeah, no, I can't stand his style.
It's too much. It is arguably too much. I could see why he gets someone like Eli Roth's attention, but Roth surprisingly knows how to rein it in. You know, you get the fucking pancakes scene in Cabin Fever, but then he's over it. This is an entire pancakes.
It just kept going.
It never stops.
I feel like he broke the fuck record.
Probably.
Because it was said so much.
And not in a good way.
No,
Like,
his dialogue is atrocious.
It's bad.
It's absolutely
It's
awful.
not good. And the effects are similar to Feeders. If you've seen Feeders, bless your soul, it's similar to Feeders. If you enjoy Feeders, you might like this. I don't know anyone who would enjoy Feeders, so God rest ye merry gentlemen. Let's just move on. Jimmy and Stiggs was not great. I don't recommend it.
This is the halfway point.
This is
Welcome.
We're gonna keep going as fast as I fucking can. Good Boy.
Wanted to see it, didn't see it.
Yeah, it was good. Very unique.
I liked it. I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I gave it 8.5 actually.
Fuck yeah.
I really liked it.
I said years of work is worth immortalizing this dog forever. Because apparently it took like off and on 2 years to film and 2 years to edit.
Right. Which is why
So
it's silly that the dog would be winning any best actor awards. The dog was tricked into the...
the dog did not know it was being filmed. That is
Exactly,
correct. I actually
exactly.
loved that is the story.
If I was a human, I'd be real irritated if I was up
If you were
for
getting
an
Truman
award
showed.
and
Yeah.
the dog that was tricked into acting beat me. He was very good.
No, but
and
it's-
I'm glad that after the
yeah.
movie they had that little bit.
Yeah, I like that too.
Explaining-
Explaining how it was shot.
Specifically how
Yeah.
the dog was not really being terrified.
No,
or
of
anything.
course not.
Because I was like, a
No,
little
he explained how movies like this are made with reaction shots, how they're putting a feeling on what you're seeing, and how that's not actually what was being filmed. Like it's like yeah, no shit, but like it's funny to see it done with a dog.
Yeah.
I like the
The
extra reassurance
BTS.
at
I
the
would
end.
love to watch a BTS or like a commentary of this movie just to
Fun.
because it's silly. Good movie though. I did actually like it. It kept me intrigued. I think it dragged a little bit, but I'm okay with it because it's a movie that is more about what's implied.
Yeah, it was a real solid.
It's surprisingly heartfelt too.
Mhm.
I mean, like, you know, going into it, they're not going to kill the dog, but that doesn't mean a dog doesn't die in the movie. Like, a dog
Yeah.
does die in the movie. It is sad. Like, you're seeing a foil for this experience, and I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
I do recommend it. I do think people should see this. I think the more eyes on the more experimental movies like this, the more crazy stuff can be in the future, because we're still a society that doesn't think we could have a Godzilla movie that doesn't have any human characters. We could have a Godzilla movie with no human characters, just about Godzilla. Why do you think we can't have that? We could have a fucking horror movie about dogs that's just about dogs. Come on. We get it. We don't need a human character to exposit in the background. Next one, Drop. This was a Blumhouse thrown in halfway through the year. This is the chick who goes on the blind date, and her phone keeps getting sent texts to kill her date, which is that handsome dude from Housemaid.
Yeah, I didn't see this movie.
Yeah, that's fine.
I saw
gave
Housemaid.
I gave it a 6 out of 10. It actually
I
surprised
remember you
me.
telling me that you were surprised by it. I
It
didn't
actually
see it
surprised me. Surprisingly fun watch. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Solid performances sell it. The guy who plays the husband in Housemaid, he's awesome. There are people saying that he might be the new choice to play Batman. I'm fucking here for it.
Dope.
Dude's got it. Dude's jacked. Dude has range. He makes for a fun character. And this movie keeps you guessing. It is actually interesting to see how she kind of comes in on why she's being blackmailed. There's actually an interesting story there. I think the trailer gave up too much. I don't think it sold it the right way. I think if you go in expecting a whodunit, you'll enjoy it more. It's filmed more like... The trailer was filmed more like this is a Blumhouse thriller. Oh no. Like, it's stupid. It's a stupid trailer. Good movie, stupid trailer. Neither of you saw that.
Nope.
Yeah, so 6 out of 10. I don't know if I would recommend it. I think if it would fit with your early 2000s action movies more than horror movies, but it has that thriller whodunit aspect that kind of keeps you intrigued.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, it's interesting cat and mouse thing going on.
I liked Unfriended, and I was like, I don't need to see this.
Yeah, no, it's not that.
I know it's not, but like...
But I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Megan 2.0, did you see this? Neither of you saw this. That's okay. I gave it a 5 out of 10. I said, what if we did Terminator 2 with Megan? No, what if we didn't? is what I wrote. The cool thing about Megan was they took Chucky, they made him into a spunky Gen Z kid.
I hear she's a gay icon. The gays love Megan.
I don't know if I agree with that statement, but okay.
Frowns, let me know in the comments below.
You kidding? He doesn't listen to this. No, so Megan was a weird lightning strike in a weird storm. That movie made a lot of money because people like possessed doll or robot kid doll movie.
Yeah.
The answer was not to do another one and take away all the aspects we enjoyed about the first one.
Right.
We did not need her to be a fun pal anti-hero.
That's what, and I
Up
saw
against
the
the
trailer
T-1000. We did not need
not
that.
interested.
So, yeah, no. The plot is oversold. The trailer is awful. The Russians get their hands on the schematic for Megan. They make an actual military version of Megan. Of course, it is smart enough to get loose. Of course, Megan survived the first movie. Of course, Megan is the one that they contact to hunt her down, and that's the cat and mouse thing. It's not good. I watched it on a plane that had turbulence, and I was using it as a distraction because I don't like when flights I'm on scare me. So I put a movie on to distract me. And this was easy to get distracted by because it wasn't a good movie. And I remember being obsessed with the little details and how it was upsetting me. So that's definitely a vibe. Moving forward, Shelby Oaks. I know you liked this one.
I love this one.
I gave it a 7 out of 10. I said for Chris's first movie, it's pretty good.
I gave it a 9. I loved it. I had a great time watching this one.
That would be regarded as different than the online consensus. A lot of people thought this was mid. Did you see this?
I didn't see it.
I think you would like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open love letter to Blair Witch and Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah. I think you would like it. I think you would think been there, done that.
Creepy cult demon shit. Gimme.
At its worst, you would say been there, done that, but I think you would appreciate the good sides of it. A 7 out of 10 for me is a recommend, sure. So, on one hand, I'm like, dude, if it took you this long to make a movie and all that it is stuff that's been done before, you've kind of failed. On the very same hand, I'm like, at least you tried. And I can't fault someone for trying. And that's where I kind of land with this, is like, I like it enough to support him, to want to see what he does next, because I think if he was able to do this, he could do something better. Because the direction is not the bad part of this movie. I think the writing is. I think someone else should have written this, and I think if maybe someone like Flanagan had put tighter restraints on him, it might have been a tighter movie.
Mm-hmm.
Flanagan
did
Flanagan
this.
can
You would
be.
love this if Flanagan
Flanagan
did it.
did this. This would actually be really good.
I can see that.
It doesn't quite deliver. I think there are parts of it that feel underbaked. Just parts, not overarching. I would say it's 80% of the way there.
There's beats that the main character does that doesn't make sense, and I
There's
understand.
that. Like in-universe beats that don't quite line up.
But I thought the story was fun. I thought it was different. I appreciate Blair Witch, but I didn't love Blair Witch. I like the way this one was done.
Same.
So
it does better on a lot
all for
of lukewarm feelings from other franchises, and I think that that's okay. All right. Black Phone 2. I don't know if I actually agree with what I wrote down or not. I'm floating between a 5 or a 6 out of 10. And I said realistically this movie never should have been made.
I'm right there with you. I'm a 6.
Yeah, I think I wrote a 6.
I liked it.
And that's being friendly.
What did you put?
I gave it 7.5.
Interesting that you felt that way. Is it because it scratched more of a 80s, like, we're back doing the same shit kind of itch?
I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
I thought that probably this story wouldn't hold up to close scrutiny, but...
It doesn't.
I enjoyed it. I thought they handled an unexpected main character transition fairly well.
I agree. I think Grabber could be poor man's Freddy Krueger. But don't make the second movie about the kids from the first movie. Move on and have him hunt different kids down. Because if he's going to live on, he shouldn't be... He shouldn't be sent down.
Make the prequel of him killing those
of
kids
him killing more
earlier.
Kids. Yeah, no, I'm into that too. I'm into that too.
When I watched this trailer...
Why is this movie about stuff we wished this movie would have been about instead of stuff it actually is?
I remember when I watched this trailer, you were like hyped for it, and I was like, I don't know, something's like off about this.
And I was off with that.
And yeah, if I want to watch a nightmare movie, I'll watch Freddy.
I'll watch a nightmare movie. Yeah,
I
think it's cool because you get Ethan Hawke to sign up for this. You want to use him. He's good. Grabber is good. Grabber is cool. Just wish it was better.
Is this the last movie with his brother in it too? I think, sadly. Passed away this year.
Yeah, the what's his face? Yeah. Ransone.
I'm glad he showed
James
up.
Ransone.
I always had a great time watching him in films. I hated that he killed himself.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Ransone was great and everything. He
had a messed up life though. So.
Sad. Yeah, sad. R.I.P. I think this is just a me because it's anime. I just wanted to mention it because it is horror adjacent. The Chainsaw Man movie came out, Reze arc. They took the entire arc in the manga and adapted it to a one-shot film narrative. The only thing I had to say is this hurt me in ways I didn't think possible, and I gave it a 7 out of 10. Something about Chainsaw Man that's really cool is how relatable the characters are. And it's just like, young love is just... I think it's something that's like missing how like funny, young, stupid love, like Superbad style love could be. And Japan has such a funny bead on how they think that could exist in their society and how gullible men could be manipulated by a pair of tits. Because that's the entire story. I don't mean to sugarcoat it. That's the entire story in Chainsaw Man. How far is a guy willing to go to touch a boob is what Chainsaw Man is about at its core. And this guy would go pretty fucking far to try to touch some nice tit.
It's a good titty.
A girl finally shows him attention in his life, and she ends up being like a complete demon psycho. Like an actual demon and a psycho. And yet at the very same time, you can't hate her because her love for him is actually sincere. And it's funny, and it's poignant, and I love Chainsaw Man. And it's just... There's something in its core that's really sweet. And that's all I really want to say about Chainsaw Man. If anyone likes anime, if anyone likes horror, I think it's a fun marriage between the two, and the animation is clean. It is really... This movie is really good. Is clean as an aspect of that. We watched this one together, Opus. I said not worth it. 6 out of 10.
I gave it a 5.5. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. Did you believe that the John Malkovich character was once a really popular singer?
I think we're supposed to, but I'm not sold on it. I'm not sold on it because the music was actually bad.
That's a tough actor to say this is Prince. Like,
yeah, no. Malkovich is too abrasive.
I enjoyed it though. I enjoyed the movie.
What did you give it?
7.5.
I think that's fine. I remember what did I say to you? I said this is
a lame Midsummer.
No, I said this is Dinner. What is that movie called with the chef?
The Menu.
Menu.
Yeah, where the Menu did it well.
I said this is a bad Menu.
Yeah.
I said Menu did this satire where like I'm going to invite all of these critical assholes to my restaurant to kill them. because they've written bad reviews to I'm going to invite all of these shitty journalists to my island because I'm actually a cult leader and these people need to be put down. Like, stupid. There's a better way to do this. And I agree. I don't think Malkovich is the person to sell it. I think we needed someone really, like, left field, really undersold. Honestly, this is the type of role, like, Nick Cage would have excelled in.
He would have been great in this.
I would have gone to a fucking cult to worship Nick Cage. If you could have convinced me that he was in a Grateful Dead type of sitch in the 60s, and I would have been like, yeah, oh, okay, yeah.
I like the chick from The Bear.
Same.
I thought the scene
She's not the reason this movie sucks.
No, I thought the scene where she goes for a run and her, like, handler has to, like, jog behind her was funny. But
there are funny moments.
Other than that, like, it's fine. If you want to watch a cult movie, go for it.
What did you like more about it? Is there anything?
I just thought it was fun.
You thought it was funny. Okay.
You know, not great, but I was never bored.
Turn your mind off for a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. Next one, I like this one a lot. Presents.
I loved it.
I gave it an 8 out of 10.
I gave it a 9.
I like that too. I gave it sorry.
I think we're all on the same page with it, though. If you said you liked it.
Yeah, I didn't. I forgot to rate that one on here, but I think I gave it a 7.5.
I think that's fair.
Some of the acting wasn't that good.
A little stale.
The premise
Shoebox.
was really...
Premise is fine. Yeah, shoebox.
Low budget.
I think it's a fun manipulation story, and I think that you're manipulated as an audience as much as the characters in the actual movie are, which is fun. It's like different levels to that. Some interesting performances could have been tighter. I think the ending just sits with you. It's one of those existential movies where it's almost like the overarching plot and threads lingers with you more than the specific plot and threads, because I think the idea of the afterlife, where you go after you die, how your emotion lingers, how your presence lingers, is what the whole title is about. So, like, if you could get me to think and enjoy what you're getting me to think about, then you've done a good job, basically.
The idea that your presence is there while you yourself are still alive is fucking wild.
Wild, too. Yeah. Interstellar levels of weird.
It was really cool. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
It would make a good double feature with the Ghost Story. Remember that?
I told him about it when we were watching it. Yeah, the Casey Affleck, what's her face, girl dragon tattoo.
Yeah.
It's a very sad movie. This at least isn't as sad.
Right.
It ends on a sad note, but Ghost Story had me very upset.
You watch Ghost Story first, and then watch this one for your double feature.
I think the
So
only
you don't
thing...
get too sad.
I would almost reverse it, because by the time you're done with this, you're already sad, so you might as well stay there.
I think the only thing I didn't like about this movie is, like, when you finally, like, see that the ghost can manipulate things, it, like, throws things around and, like, does things in the room. Mm-hmm. But then when a person's getting fucking raped, it doesn't do anything. It just, like, tries to, like, warn somebody else.
When it chooses to act and when it doesn't is questionable. There's weird rules at play that we don't see. Yeah.
It's the only thing that was, like, holding it from it being a 10 for me.
I think that's fair. This is funny. I made Alley Cat watch this with me on, like, a random Sunday afternoon. Locked. And I said, 4 out of 10, what I imagine Anthony Hopkins actually does with his spare time. Which is trap people in his car and then kill them. Or try to, at least.
Cool.
Bill Skarsgård tries breaking into his car because he can't afford to pay rent. And he tries to steal stuff that's in this car. It's like a luxury vehicle parked in a random lot. Once he gets in there, the car auto locks. He can't get out. Someone pipes through the speaker saying, "Hey, I've trapped you in my car. Fuck you." Yeah. And it's really stupid. And it's bad.
Oh,
it's stupid and it's bad. But at the very same time, I gave it a 4 out of 10 because at least it movies. It movies in a way where all the performances are, like, fun to watch, but it's not a good movie.
Oh, man, that's a good cast, but they failed.
Yeah, Bill Skarsgård and Anthony Hopkins.
It runs out of steam early.
You saw this one?
Yeah.
What did you give it?
I gave it a 5.
I think we're on the same page. It does run out of steam early. By the time you get to the second act and he's started, like, torturing him a little bit, I'm like, why didn't we get here almost immediately?
Right.
Moving forward, that was Locked, by the way.
Yeah.
This is a Predator Badlands. I gave it a 7 out of 10, and I said this is the one that should have been animated.
Yeah. 7.5. I enjoy Prey a little more.
Prey is a better movie.
Though.
Prey's a better movie. This is fun to see them experiment with form and make a movie about a predator, but it does kind of break a couple of those rules.
I'm a little conflicted about humanizing the predator. I
Agreed.
like the predator as a monster.
Agreed.
And
That's fair.
scary.
That was my big critique too. After we
What did
watched
you give it?
I give it 7.5.
So we're all on the same page. I think, yes, I agree. I think showing a fledgling predator that is a little too emotive breaks the suspense about what makes the clan appealing. That they have rules, that they're like the Black Panther of the universe.
Right.
Like, you know, they're the Kraven the Hunters of the universe. I think there's something simple and archaic about a predator's role in the ecosystem and the chain of dog eat dog, you know, circle of life bullshit. This breaks that a little bit, but I like all of the performances and I like the story, so I'm not going to fault it.
Yeah.
On the things that I enjoyed. I like the twist, too, that little creature is actually the thing they've been hunting the entire time.
That's
fun.
my dad.
Yeah, my life as a predator boy, Gee, does my dad suck. You wouldn't believe what he did to my brother today. Yeah, really funny. Frankenstein. As beautiful as it is, this is not Guillermo del Toro's masterpiece. I gave it a 7 out of 10.
I gave it a 6 out of 10.
You went lower than me.
I was happy to see it in a theater. But the first section in the lab goes on too long.
It does.
The pacing is
This
off,
entire movie drags.
and there's too much obvious CGI destruction that takes away from it. Buildings crumbling or fires or anything that has historically been done using actual physical things
does not look this way.
Yeah, it's different than if you're showing me like some
so
kind
you're
of
stuck
a
on the
monster
actual
or something.
production budget
In some ways, and maybe I wouldn't have thought that if I
What about
watched
the
it at
acting?
home, but the acting was good.
Is the person that made this also making Dracula? Or,
No.
Or is Christoph Waltz just happens to be in both
he
of
just
these?
wants to be in all of the
Interesting.
Gothic movies this year.
Yeah, as I said earlier, I didn't watch it. I had it on as like background noise yesterday, and like it didn't really like capture my attention.
No, and it's a shame because I love Guillermo, but he hasn't done a good movie in like 5 years. I didn't like
Lady in the Water.
No, that's
Lady in the
Midnight.
Water.
My bad.
Shape of Water.
Shape of Water. My bad.
No, I like Shape of Water. So let me take that back. He did Crime Alley last, which is a forgettable movie that should have been with a better cast. There's nothing about that movie makes sense. Shape of Water was the last good thing he made. I think if he is so dedicated to dipping his toe in stop motion with Pinocchio, which was okay, then go in that direction, live out your fantasy, do the thing you want to do, because I don't think he hits the same note. I don't think he's as magical anymore, truthfully. There was something so majestic about watching his movies growing up that feels lacking from these new ones. And it might be the Netflix aspect of it. I don't know. The budgetary aspect behind
Time has
it.
passed him by a little
Maybe. He needs something to draw me back. I think he does better with more confident horror. Frankenstein is too emotional, and I don't think he nailed the emotional side of it as much as he would have liked to. I think Jacob Elordi's performance is fun. I think it's good. I don't particularly like what he's changed from the original novel, and I don't particularly like the whole changes to like the love and the self-help and the self-realization aspects. There's different notes in the novel that make you think, well, everyone deserves each other. This is just an awful world and all of these characters are awful. And this one, it's like they try to paint the monster way too innocent, way too naive, way too forgiving. Like, he turns on a fucking dime in those last 10 minutes. Like, you're telling me you lived your entire life with all this hatred in your heart, and the minute Oscar apologizes, you're just going to forgive him. No, the beat in the book is that he doesn't forgive him. He drags him off into the cold.
Yeah.
No, I want the revenge. I want the vengefulness. I want the horror. I want the horror of the scenario.
They
and I didn't feel it.
now. They apologize now.
Yeah. That's good. Is there any standout aspects of it? Anything that you really...
No, I mean, that'll never be the Frankenstein movie that I go to if
I'm
I'm
actually...
for Frankenstein.
The thing that surprised me the most is that you rated it lower than I did. I thought you would have liked this one more than I did.
No, I thought it was fine.
Yeah. We're all really middle of the road with it then.
Yeah.
I'd still recommend it just because I want that guy to get more budget. I think that was the last of his Netflix deal, so I think he's finally out.
Okay.
I think he fulfilled his contract. I think it was like 3 movies and a TV show, and he's done all of that, so now he's finally like moving on. Interesting. Primitive War. I said Q Fortunate Son. We watched this together.
I didn't see this one.
Surprisingly watchable. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
It was better than what I thought it would be, but at the same time, I didn't love it, so I gave that a 4.
I thought you... Oh, okay. All right, so... Vietnam War, what if there was dinosaurs? There's something funny about that. It's very much a Sci-Fi Channel movie.
Yeah.
But,
Bad CGI.
But good practical effects, though.
Yeah, we did okay.
They had good raptors. It is so hard to do a good practical effects raptor. That first shot where it comes up out of the bush behind that guy and fucking grabs him and it's all practical.
Okay.
That's a good fucking shot.
Yeah,
the shots where they're
there.
all like looking at I agree. The CGI when it was bad, it was bad. The T-Rexes look bad when they're in the cave and they're shooting at smaller raptors and it's just reaction shots
for the
of
budget that they
actors
had.
aiming into the dark
I'll give you
with
that.
muzzle flare. You know you're in. It's a sci-fi movie on a huge budget. I like Ryan Quentin. I think the acting is okay. He knows what movie he's in. What's his face? Smoking Aces shows up. He knows what movie he's in.
Yeah.
It's fine. You didn't see it. Do you know what it is? Have you seen the trailers for it?
Mark doesn't need to see that.
He told me not to recommend him anything that's below a 7.
Yeah, that's right.
This one I actually do like. This one I do recommend. Strange Harvest. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Deputy and I watched this one.
I also gave this a 7. Fun, creepy mockumentary.
It's a mockumentary that goes off the rails in the 3rd act, and I appreciate where it goes. Did you see Strange Harvest?
No, I did not.
You would like it.
Serial
Mockumentary.
killer, cult, aliens. What's not to like?
Yeah. Weird serial killer is hunted over the course of some odd 15, 20 years.
Yeah, he just
something
kept
like that.
eluding
He just keeps
the
getting
FBI.
away with it, and the FBI does a investigation a la Netflix documentary. It feels Netflix killer documentary, but like worse on purpose. And I think that's a fun wraparound. Yeah. It's the type of thing that Alley Cat walked into the room, saw what we were watching, and was like, "What is this?" And like, she would have liked it.
Yeah, true crime.
Yeah, it's very true crime. I don't want to talk about it too much because it's actually like you got to go for the ride. You got to understand the steps. So if you're the type who likes to watch true crime stuff on Netflix, do go watch Strange Harvest wherever you can.
Fun, unsettling mask.
Sure, yeah. Next one, Keeper. Did you end up seeing this?
I did not see Keeper.
Osgood Perkins. You did not see it either. This one confounded the internet, but I think what I wrote was, no one understands this but a nerd would. I don't know. Fun. This is like what could be a really good like black box play. Like off Broadway. A couple comes to a house, a cabin in the woods. They're fresh into like a year or 2 of dating one another. Antics start to happen up at the woods. You're starting to wonder who is manipulating who. Why is the situation presenting itself? Are these creatures in the woods actual creatures? Is this a metaphor for something? The answer to all of the above is yes. Where I start to like it is the actual lore and mythology behind why the creatures are doing what they're doing, because very quickly, the reason I say a nerd would understand this is because it becomes very obvious, at least to me, that it's the Fae. There's a weird fairy relationship with the people in the woods that they have to sacrifice to, and the reason this guy is dragging this girl out there is to sacrifice her to these Fae spirits. And, like, that's the twist, but it's how they pull it off, and it's how it's done, and it's how the acting is, and it's how creepy the Fae are, and how they're presented that makes this movie interesting. So I do want to recommend it. There's a reason I gave it a 7 out of 10, and it's because what it does do is fun, and I do think both of you would like it, especially if you like Osgood Perkins, because he didn't write this. Someone else did. Okay. So I always say, at least I'm under the assumption now with his stuff, he didn't write Monkey. I really liked that. He didn't write Keeper. I liked it. He wrote Longlegs. Didn't like it. He wrote Blackcoat's Daughter. It's okay. He wrote Strange Pretty Little Thing That Lives in the House. Like, he has a very hit or miss track record with me. This was a hit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, if you know it's the Fae and it's a creepy forest movie with a guy manipulating a chick at a cabin in the woods, if you're into that, you'd like it. If you're not into that premise, if you're not into that supernatural aspect, it's a skip. So, I would recommend it to both of you. I think you'd like it. It's unsettling. It has very J-horror, Junji Ito feeling to it, where it's more about how surreal the imagery is than about the literal thing that's happening. And his execution of what I assume are the Fae. I assume they're Fae because of the relationship. There are 3 plot elements I'm not going to get into, but people online have asked me, well, how are you so sure it's the Fae? Because if you understand why the Fae do things, you understand the deal they make with people. So, blah, blah, blah. I think it's the Fae because of the arrangement that they made with these people. So, that's all I'm going to say about that. Check it out if you want to watch something weird. It strikes the same chords Together did for me, because it's showing you the bad side of that relationship. If Together shows you how 2 people can come together and overcome a weird situation, this is the antithesis of Together. This is why 2 people should not be together. I mean, that is the message of Together at the same time, is if you're in a relationship and you're just kind of in it to be in it, you should probably readdress why you're in that relationship. This is like, if you don't know the guy well enough, why the fuck are you going to a cabin in the woods with him in the middle of nowhere? Like, red flags. From the minute the movie starts, red flags. Really fun stuff. The Running Man. I know you liked this. You saw it more than I did.
Give me a 10er on this one.
You gave Running Man a 10?
This is the most fun I had watching a movie this year.
I liked it, but I didn't like it that much.
I had such a good time watching it.
I mean, Edgar Wright still puts out a bop.
He knows his shit. He's
still
so
puts out
good
a
with
bop.
music.
7.5. I liked it.
Yeah. I'm with Mark on this one. I gave it a 7. A lot of people, this is the only thing I wrote, is a lot of people criticized Glenn Powell's character and how angry he was. I like how angry he was.
He should be.
This world that we live in makes me angry. So, yes, seeing it represented in a film makes me happy. That's a
bad take.
Yeah, no, that's one of the most resounding takes on the internet.
And
they don't think he was sold as an angry guy.
We watched the original, and then I was just like,
This is dog shit.
This is dog shit in comparison.
I showed him the original after we saw the new one, and he was like, what dog shit is this? What do you think of the original Running Man with Arnold?
I grew up watching it.
So did I, but what do you think? Do you like it?
Yeah.
Pales in comparison.
What are your feelings with Running Man? I know you wrote something.
I think the tone is a little weird.
Okay.
Not necessarily in a good way.
Yeah.
And the ending, you knew they weren't going to do the ending for the book. They're not going to have a plane crash into a building.
And kill himself.
But, I liked it overall.
Yeah.
I thought it was entertaining.
I liked the ending. I thought the ending to the book was always a little bad.
I did like something that I read.
That was in the same era that King couldn't end his books very well, so he would just have the characters like kill themselves under vague circumstances. I was like, that's one of the ones that would always end flat.
Somebody
For
online
me.
said that they would have liked to have seen the end not have him be the one to kill Brolin's character.
Oh yeah,
Just have
totally.
it be like a mob taking over. And
Agreed.
I get that.
There's
a
no
little bit
reason
more. I
he
think I
should
would have
be
liked
there.
that a
How
little bit
can
more
he
too.
sneak into that facility?
Yeah.
I'm glad you liked it though.
Great time.
Yo, this next one, major shout out. This was one of my favorite movies of the year. This was Freaky Tales. Did
I
either
didn't
of you
see
see
it.
this?
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
it.
you watched
told
it
me
after
to
I
watch
told
it,
you.
Yeah.
What'd you give it?
I gave it a 7. I
Okay.
thought fun anthology style, neat writing with a wraparound. If Weapons and Toxic Avenger had a baby,
Yes.
this would be that movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
it would. If
Yeah.
Weapons and Toxic Avenger from this year had a baby, you would get Freaky Tales.
Yeah.
That's pretty apt. I think all of the acting was really good. I think I just love a good anthology, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
This is...
And each one vastly different
You and
than the
I
other, but
did
still
a
in the same
flip-flop.
world.
Yeah, you and I did a flip-flop. I think how you feel about Running Man is how I felt about Running Man. And then how I feel about Freaky Tales is how you feel about Freaky Tales, like between
Okay.
the two.
That's fair.
And it's like, for me, this hits all of the notes I needed it to. And it blew me out of the park with the expectations because simple premise, outstanding execution, in my opinion. Love the sequences, love the characters in the sequences. Man, I can't talk about this one enough, but I don't want to spoil anything.
Oh.
The entire ending sequence with this Magic Johnson Afro Samurai,
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, yeah.
fucking loved it. What did I say? I said this is Inglourious Bastards for 80s pulp fiction lovers.
Yeah. Damn good spot on take.
Yeah. Do you even know this one?
No,
Have you
I
heard of
don't.
it?
I think you would like this
I
one
think
more.
you would like this one, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have to check
for real.
that out.
For real. And you think Pedro Pascal and what's his face from Ready Player One
Yeah.
are going to be like the main characters because of the top build? They're not.
Not at all.
They show up for very good character
Yeah.
pieces, featured roles.
If anything, I think Pedro's story was my least favorite.
Agreed.
Yeah.
The most generic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hitman wants absolution. Nah, fuck off. All right. Moving on. Dangerous Animals. I said Captain Boomerang's retirement plan. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Did not see it.
You didn't see Dangerous Animals?
You give it a 5 out of 10.
You gave it a 5?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I'm not one of those people who is like, oh, the people in the movie are so stupid. Why don't they do this? I'd have
No,
done
I'm not
this."
either.
But in this case, I was that person because, like, how many times she disabled the attacker
And
and
didn't
then
just
ran
bail?
off from him? Like,
Yeah.
come on, just grab one of these heavy things.
Oh,
and
finish him
really-
off.
A really good
Finish him
one.
off for
Just
sure.
Keep him
For sure.
unconscious at the very least.
It never quite goes full American Psycho, and I very much wanted it to.
Yeah.
It never quite goes there, and that's its worst aspect to me. I think at its best is Jai Courtney just does a wonderful job as this guy, as this killer. He was electric to watch on screen. I never really liked him in too much of what I've seen him in.
Same.
This is the first time I've watched him and said, where has this been this entire time? Because he's very fucking monotone in other movies. This felt like he made this role resonate. I don't know if I could have seen anyone else like in this role nail it as well as he did.
The setup is good. The first 40 minutes are good.
Yeah,
And just
I would say
kinda-
the cold open, the first half hour, the first chick that he kidnaps, great.
Yeah.
Second one, the steam starts to kind of let out as it goes on. Moving on, Begonia. Either of you see it?
That was I liked that.
Begonia. You liked
I definitely
Begonia.
liked it more than Kinds of Kindness.
Okay. Yeah.
But I like that this director star team keep putting out these movies pretty quickly.
Sure, that they just keep going with one another. You didn't see this one?
I didn't see it, no.
I liked it.
I've
thought
been
it was
slacking on my Emma Stone movies lately.
What did you give it?
7.5.
So let me just say, 3 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
I had seen the original, the Korean film, 10 years ago, 11 years ago. Because I have always liked Korean film. I've always liked J-horror and all that shit. You tell me there's a fun satirical film about a Korean guy who kidnaps his boss because he thinks he's an alien, I'm gonna go see it because that sounds hilarious. It is hilarious. The Korean film, I almost said Japanese. The Korean film, the original, is actually really funny, and it's presented in a really... Because their society, their Eastern versus Western, their society is commandeered by businesses so much in a different way than ours.
Yeah.
It feeds into the narrative in a different way. This one is just sad. This one has none of the heart, none of the comedy, none of the... It's not compelling in almost any way. I don't like any of the characters in this movie, nor do I understand their plight. It's especially the twist that, like, this guy was, like, more or less molested as a kid. I don't think these things are necessary. I felt like it was overdramatic to the sense of just for overdramaticism's sake.
Yeah.
And I don't think that was necessary. Especially when the original had such a fucking sense of humor.
And I haven't seen it.
So go watch the original and see how black and white it is. Because that one is like, when the boss actually ends up being an alien, you're like laughing. Because you're like, of course he fucking is. This entire movie has been trying to convince you of this fact. Yeah. And it feels earned. The reveal that she's actually an alien at the end of this movie is not earned. It's depressing. It's sad. It's like, I don't know. I didn't like it. I got all the way there and I said, eh. Because I had seen the original. I knew where it was going to end.
Right.
I knew it was going to end with her being an alien. And it didn't feel like... It didn't feel like we earned it.
Mm.
After all the work. After all the sadness. But you don't care. You're like,
I've
yeah.
been seeing the
No. But
one
you
we're
like,
talking about.
but you like this.
Yeah, I didn't love it, but
Yeah.
I thought I liked it. It was an interesting
A
story.
7 for you is a
are very
recommend,
interesting.
though.
Yeah.
Would you recommend people see this?
Yeah, certain people.
I think that's fair. I would not tell, like, my mom to go see this.
I told
you
my
know?
dad to see it. He
I
liked
told
it.
my dad to go see it.
He didn't go see it. But
Oh,
he
that's
watched
funny.
it at home.
Nothing was cooler for me than the rape scene in Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Watching that next to my mom.
Oh, hell
That was a
yeah.
fun time.
Hell yeah. Next one. Five Nights at Freddy's. Did either of you see this?
Oh yeah, I thought it was a 5 out of 10.
I also gave it a 5 out of 10.
Is that because it's Five Nights at Freddy's?
Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm wearing the shirt because I do love the franchise. Here's the thing. I love Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not a nut about the lore, but I understood all the references in this movie. The only thing I wrote down, it's still not good. I felt the same way about the first one.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not a good movie. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. I didn't like it the first time. I didn't like it the second time. I think there are the bones for a really good movie there. And hopefully that's the third one, because the main bad guy of the third game is Shaggy. Is fucking Matt Lillard. So, we may finally get a movie that revolves around him. All it took was 2 bad movies first.
To get there.
So that's not a good reason. That's not a good reason to give this movie a pass. But I'd rather these movies come out and be uber successful and continue making them than have them fizzle out and die and never get made. This franchise makes too much money. They can absolutely get away with making movies. Furthermore, the only other reason I support it is Halloween Horror Nights. That house fucking slapped last year. Getting to see these animatronics in real life. Fucking awesome. Dream come true. As someone who grew up with these games, I want to like these movies. I went to opening night. I got the poster. I got the popcorn bucket. You don't need to, like... I'm a Five Nights at Freddy's fan. This was not a good movie.
No.
And then you agree. It's not a good movie. It is Goosebumps. When we were kids and we watched Goosebumps, we would get hype about Slappy and the Haunted Mask and that type of shit. We had R.L. Stein. Kids these days have FNAF.
Good comparison.
You get it when you go and watch it. This is cool introductory kid horror. I don't know if I would show a kid growing up nowadays Goosebumps. I don't think they'd care. I would show them FNAF. I think it's interesting to put that in the context, because in this theater, it was one of the most fun theater experiences I had this year. Mm-hmm. The kids in this audience were eating this shit up. I loved hearing them howl and gasp and scream. It's fun to see a movie in that atmosphere. I'm happy for the fans that this movie exists, because I am myself a fan. It's not a good movie.
That was beautiful.
It's okay. You can have a bad movie that's cherished by the people in the community.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
I love
And
that.
you just didn't like it.
No, it's just not very well written.
No, of course it's not. It's written by the guy who made the games, and the games themselves are nonsense. Again, with the bones of a good Matthew Lillard-led story about a guy who loses his child and goes fucking nuts over it and tries to replace his kid with other dead kids. It's there. Yeah. We can uncover it together. What's the next one? Welcome to Derry. You didn't finish watching this, Mark Rooster.
I'm not really that into it.
Dude, it is so good.
Oh my god. When I saw this on the list, I was so excited.
Because I thought it was worth it. That's a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 for me.
For me, it's a 9 out of 10. I said this when we were talking about it, because we get together every Tuesday to play board games. I like this more than the movies.
Same. 100%.
It's a little bit of a spit in the face that this should have been the first movie. We almost should have just gotten the 50s. Why they did the 80s instead of the 50s or 60s is like, this is now evidence that you could have and should have done the actual time period that it took place in, because the book takes place in the 50s, 60s. Yeah. Like, this it just gets better and better and better and better. That last episode might be one of my favorite episodes of any television ever.
Yeah. And it's just the beginning.
Skarsgård's performance, holy fuck. You didn't watch it all the way through.
No.
Skarsgård doesn't show up until halfway through. Yeah. Did you even see him show up?
Listen, I'm probably going to finish it, so don't tell me what happens, please.
I will not.
I'm still watching it.
I will
not.
Fair enough. I will not. It's really fucking good.
The CGI in the 2010s film just rubbed me the wrong way. I'm not afraid of a big googly monster with boobs.
Agreed.
And like, this show does not do that at all.
It doesn't. I mean, it does it.
Yeah, obviously
it does it a couple times.
CGI. Yeah.
It does it a couple times,
but not
it
like
understands.
That.
It cuts through it.
Yeah.
I love the idea that it's going to be 3 seasons and it's going to go back 27 years each time. I'm down for the ride.
There's so many funny.
It ends on that note that says, "Wait, there's more," and I'm just like, "Yes." Yeah. Yes, there is.
The
and
kids
I
in
can't
it were
wait.
great. The writing.
It's even
great.
the little parts of the book.
Amazing.
The little parts of the book where they talk about the fucking fire, the Easter Day fire, and they talk about the gang, the shooting. If those are what the other 2 seasons are going to be about, this is going to be fucking interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun to see them flesh that shit out. The fact that Dick Halloran was a main character, love that guy. Fantastic. I would watch a Dick Halloran spinoff called Eat My Dick, where he goes to be a cook at the Overlook Hotel. I would watch that. Make it a show about all the ghosts in the Overlook Hotel, starring that actor as Dick Halloran. I am on board. HBO, take my money.
Would the government try and weaponize a creature like it? Of fucking course they would.
They would. They would, truthfully. And it's fine, and it's fun, and it's interesting. And holy shit, that ending episode's just so good. Yeah. Just so good. Mark Rooster, watch it. You want to talk about something? You want to watch something that's not good? Conjuring Last Rites.
Yeah.
What'd you give it?
5.
Same.
I give it a 6.
Why'd you give it a 6?
Because it's the ending. Or at least it should be the ending.
They're making a prequel. It's already been announced.
It was better than the last one.
It was.
I did not like Devil's
The
Last
last one
Rites
to
at
me
all.
would have been
Or Devil
like
Made Me Do It.
Would be like a 3.
Yeah.
The fact that this is a 5 isn't much better.
It stayed past its welcome. I thought it was a decent send-off.
What was I going to say? The second or third Annabelle movie was good, but none of the other ones.
The second one, I think.
The second one? Yeah.
I like the one with the daughter. Where she's messing with like the stuff in the
As
room. I think that's the third one.
Yeah, no, I didn't dislike the third one. The first one's not great, but 2 and 3 are okay. These movies have a place in our current zeitgeist, but I'd be afraid to think in 10 years are we going to feel about them nearly as reverently as they deserve, and I don't think they're going to live up to it.
Yeah.
I think this is a franchise that's going to drop off like harder than Insidious. Like, this is a franchise that truthfully shouldn't be nearly as popular. I actually don't know why these movies are so successful, because they're not very good.
I think there wasn't a lot of good horror movies that came out when these came out.
The first one is great.
This
First one's okay, but it's...
Paranormal Activity, Insidious, like, those were like the only like hitters of that time.
And I think Insidious is a better franchise.
I agree. That
Would you... What? Is
Yeah, I
that
like
your opinion?
Insidious a
Insidious
lot.
would be a better franchise?
I think that after the second one in both series, the quality.
I agree,
sucks.
yeah. I agree, yeah.
Well, don't they both stop having the Asian guy, James Wan? After
They
the second
both
one?
had them and then dropped them, yeah, or he
Yeah.
moved to do other things. Yeah, that's fair. You really want to talk about this next one, Mark Rooster. I know you do. It's Silent Night, Deadly Night. And, what was your rating for this one, Mark?
5.
Why? What did you
it's-
write? Tell me what you
They
wrote.
destroyed the character.
What
That's
he wrote
not
is
Billy.
that's not Billy.
That's not Billy.
That's what he wrote.
Go see this with your friends and have a good fucking time watching Corey Cunningham kill a bunch of Nazis. It's a good time.
I wrote... Mark is gonna hate me for this. That's all I wrote. And then I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Because I told you that I didn't like it before you saw it.
Correct. You put my expectations lower than I thought they would be.
I like
What
that
did you
they
rate it?
used.
I had such a good... A 9.
Gave it a 9?
I like they used some of the songs from the original.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I like that they gave Garbage Day guy a shout out where he actually turned to the main guy and said,
Garbage
"Hey, don't
Day.
forget, today's Garbage Day." I fucking lost it, dude. I was howling in the theater. We were alone in the
Guns
theater
are for
watching this too.
pussies.
Yeah, we were alone in the theater watching this too. About 3 or 4 people come in halfway through the movie, sit down for 10 minutes and walk away, and we
scared.
go. Naturally, first thing out of my mouth is they're leaving because they're scared. Because of course, but also I don't think those people knew what movie they were getting into
Nah,
when they sat down.
They were trying to see Zootopia 2.
Fair. I liked that a lot.
Yeah, that was a fun cast. I thought it was fun.
This was the first time I did this. We did a Scream Unseen.
I like those.
I know you do. We did this in December for a movie that was supposed to be released in January, so we got to see We Bury the Dead a month beforehand, which is why I'm including it in my 2025 list instead of my 2026 list, because we got to see it early. I gave it a 6 out of 10. I said it starts off strong, but slowly gets more improbable along the way.
I gave it a 7. I thought it was fun. Probably the most realistic approach I've seen to zombies in a while.
It's an actual Night of the Living Dead situation.
Yeah.
It's not like an infection
And
virus.
I'd probably just nuke the island and start fresh, but this is their take on it.
It's Australia, right?
Yeah.
They're not the type to nuke for morbid. That's not Australia. Australia
It was
is
like
all about
Tasmania. It was like the island
It was
under.
it was off. Yeah, it was off the coast.
Likeable characters.
Likeable characters, good plot, good acting. Daisy Ridley does a
Yeah.
good job. What's his face from Titans does a good job. I always
Another showing that humans can be more of a
Brenton
monster than
Thwaite.
the actual monsters.
yeah.
But,
It's another 28 Days Later thing where they try to hit the same notes. I don't know. I give it a 6 out of 10 because I would rather tell someone to just go watch 28 Days Later.
That's fair.
Because that's an actually, like, solid movie all the way through. This one kind of
Right.
loses it. You get all the way to the resort at the end and it
Yeah.
just kind of...
Yeah.
So,
Just ends.
yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. I would still tell people to watch it, though. I think a 6 out of 10 for me is still kind of, like, in the realm of, like, well, if I feel more positive about it, I would tell more people to go see it. And I did feel more positive
If
about
you
it.
like
This one's
zombie
out now,
films,
too.
If you like feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah, if you like realistic zombie outbreak, then you would like this. Because there are people out there who are like zombie heads.
Yeah.
You just like anything
Zombie
with a zombie
movie, I'm
in
gonna
it.
go see it.
Yeah, I agree. Mark Rooster, tell me what you thought about The Housemaid.
I liked it. I'd like to read some books by that author, Frida.
I heard the
McFadden.
book is very different from the movie. I heard the movie is way more like dark and irredeemable and violent.
Yeah.
And the book was neither of those things. The book was more like a self-help thing, where it's like, if you're a victim of marital spousal abuse, you need to seek help. In the movie, it's like, if you're a victim of marital spousal abuse, kill your fucking abuser, which I think is fun.
Yeah, it was a pretty good movie. I don't think that the ending lived up to the setup.
Yeah,
It was
no,
still
it doesn't
good.
really make sense. Because it's the implication is that Sydney Sweeney then creates a profession about going around murdering husbands that are awful to their wives.
Yeah.
That's not a good way to end this movie. You should have just ended it. I mean,
A silent protector.
we like the
Dark
twist.
Knight.
So I gave this a 6 out of 10. What did you give?
yeah, 7.5.
I think it's fair. Different strokes, different folks. He strokes.
I think
To
anybody that
Sydney
watches
Sweeney,
Sydney
he
Sweeney
strokes to Sydney Sweeney, and you do get like a couple good sex scenes with her. So definitely go for that regard. I know that's why Mark Rooster went. What I will say is I like the twist. I like Amanda Seyfried. You're set up with the premise that she's crazy, and it turns out she's totally
She's the normal
sane,
one.
and she's trying to get Sydney Sweeney to like solve her problem for her so she could get out. Like she's hoping
Oh, that's nice.
her husband has an affair so she can get the fuck out.
I kind of picked up that vibe from the trailer that she would
Yeah.
actually be the normal person. I'm glad
And
I
you
was right
almost
on
pick
that.
up on the fact that Sydney Sweeney is hiding something, and she is, but it's not nearly as nefarious as, the plot makes it sound. Sydney Sweeney's background as a character is that she had killed someone who tried to rape one of her classmates in college. So it's like,
Okay.
she has an MO for getting rid of abusers. So
You go,
Amanda
Sydney.
Seyfried hires her under the premise that if she could get out, maybe Sydney Sweeney will take care of this once I'm gone.
Okay.
She's trying to protect her kid. There's more levels there, but I wouldn't say it's like the best thing ever made. I would just say it was an interesting watch. I would say it was horny as hell. It's one of those horny fucking movies. I was like, I gotta talk to Mark Rooster about how horny this
I'm
movie
not a
is.
Sydney Sweeney guy. I don't get it.
I like her a lot, and I think I like her because of Euphoria and because of Immaculate.
Oh, yeah, those are great.
Madam Web was bad, but she was arguably the best part about it. I like her. I like Sydney Sweeney. I do. I think the people who haven't give Euphoria enough of a chance because she is actually a powerhouse in that show.
Gotcha. I like Zendaya.
Yeah, she's good too.
Yeah, she's good too.
Challenges.
I like her the least of that cast. I think Zendaya is the easiest performance in that show.
She
'Cause
skipped
she
Stranger
gets
Things
away.
for a reason.
Oh, did I skip Stranger Things?
Yeah.
My bad. Stranger Things season 5 finale. What were your thoughts? Just
I don't watch it.
you don't watch Stranger Things. What did you think?
I thought it was good. The internet shit all over it, but like...
I actually
I thought it
said
was
that
fine.
too. I said this isn't Game of Thrones.
No,
Don't.
same.
I was like, just because it's a big show that ended doesn't mean that everything needs to be disappointing.
Conformity Gate is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my
Wild
life.
cope.
I could not believe
Cope with
that.
a huge suppository.
A bunch of students came up to me to like talk to me about that. I'm like, that's
No.
not true. And they're
Learn.
just like, no, it's real. And I'm like,
It's not.
what are you talking about?
Cope. Incredulous amounts of cope.
It's a fine.
It made me mad to actually talk to the people who were so coped with it. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Would it have been more impactful if some more of them died? Sure. But like, it's a show about kids.
This was never it.
Yeah.
This was never it. Will was taken. Will was not murdered. This was never a show about killing kids.
Yeah.
When Vecna showed up, he
changed.
introduced the aspect of killing kids,
Yeah.
but it was a means to an end. If a show does not start killing kids till season 4, don't be disappointed when they're still around in season 5. We haven't established so much of a ground rule that you can be disappointed by a mere fact that they're not killing as many characters as you wanted them to. That being said, Hopper should have died in season 3. The show should have just gotten rid of some of these characters along the way. I do think Max should have died at the end of season 4. I just think there are too many pulled punches.
Yeah.
And I do agree that the fact that all these Demodogs, Demobats, and Demogorgons are all just miraculously missing when there's an assault on this fortress in the last act is dumb. The ending is dumb in a lot of regards. It is. But I don't think it's bad.
No.
I don't think it's bad. There are people who are like, it's the worst thing ever done. And I'm like, you don't know what bad is until you watch Game of Thrones or Sopranos. Like, come on.
Such a drop. But yeah, it was fine.
What'd you give it?
I gave it a 7.
7? Right.
Season 4 was so much better. But
of course. Season
fine.
4 does the Freddy Krueger thing.
Yeah. And they did a great job.
And it did a great job.
Vecna was more of a menace.
He was.
This one was like a different story, and it just didn't.
He
make
wasn't
sense,
as smart. You're telling me his dream world has rules. He can't just teleport wherever he wants. What's going on? I thought he had control over this. I thought he was smart. How doesn't he know they're on his doorstep? Just weird gaps in logic that can't be explained, and I can understand why people would be frustrated, but not enough for the massive amounts of cope.
Derek and Holly were great characters.
They were. They're
you know, and
the kid from
that's one pro
Evil
that you
Dead
could not.
Rise, who plays Holly, is great.
Yeah.
She's phenomenal.
That's one thing you can't take away from them. Every year they came up with new characters that people fucking love. So
yeah,
they know how to
Eddie's
introduce
one
people.
of the best characters ever written.
Yeah.
No, we're into it.
I believe.
Did not mean to skip that. I believe too. I
Yeah.
think the ending is pretty straightforward. That this is how they want you to accept things, and I like that ending for 11.
Yeah.
I think it's a good ending for her. Anyway, very quickly, Anaconda. What'd you think, Mark?
It was dumb, but I laughed.
Agreed. What'd you give it?
6.5.
Did you see Anaconda?
Did not see Anaconda.
I gave it a 4. I laughed too. That's actually what I wrote. Is I don't think this was good, but I laughed.
It's good.
I remember watching Saving Silverman with Jack Black and Timothy Zahn a lot as a teen. Just stupid humor.
Yeah.
It's just a stupid, fun movie. I wanted more of that. I think Paul Rudd's vibe is actually what put me off of this one. He puts too much of a blockbustery, franchisey face on this. And I feel like a different actor in the same role done a little bit more, I don't know, like hammy or less... like actually stupider would have been more funny.
That's the second Paul Rudd movie you didn't like this year.
Yeah, and because of him too. Yeah. He's not a good character in Death of a Unicorn either. He wasn't a good character in this, and he wasn't a good character in that.
Was Steve Zahn
He was great in Friendship.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Was Steve Zahn anything like Strange Wilderness, Steve Zahn? Because I fucking love
is that his
movie.
name, Steve? I said Timothy.
Timothy Zahn is the writer.
So Steve Zahn is the guy from Saving Silverman. Yeah, he's fantastic. He was great in this movie. And yes, he was really
Strange
good.
Wilderness was so funny back in the day.
Bone Lake. I wanted to watch this with you, and we never did.
Nah.
I had to watch it on my own. Did you see Bone Lake?
No, I didn't.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Not enough bones?
I wrote, actually.
Fuck.
I said 3 different movies in one, and none of them are good.
0
I gave
out
it
of 10.
I gave it a 3 out of 10. Not enough bones. 2 out of 10.
No bones.
The trailer tries to make you think it's gonna be couples retreat barbarian style, and it's just not. It's not that deep. It's just a couple who rents out their house to be a B&B so that they can murder other couples.
Great.
The problem is that movie's already been done. It's called The Guest. Or it's called, Dave Franco.
Yeah.
Alison Brie. What is that called? The Rental?
Yeah, that's... I knew it was
Phenomenal.
something.
Phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
The Rental is so fucking good. No one talks about The Rental. Dave Franco, Alison Brie do another really good movie, The Rental.
Did they steal that one too?
Maybe. Maybe they did. What's his face is in that too? Legion. I love him. God damn it.
Well,
it's okay.
The guy from Rental, he's from The Guest.
the lead guy from The Guest?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is good. I can't think of his name.
He's
Whoever
so
you are,
good.
you're good.
Dave Fuck, I have it here. I need to find it because it's killing me. It's gonna kill me until I say it. I know it's past Mark's bedtime, so I'm trying to hurry up. Taking me forever to... Dan Stevens. Dan Stevens. Anyway.
Yeah, it's good.
He's phenomenal. I think the... Man. Now I'm just stuck on the rental, and I just want to talk about how much I love Dan Stevens. Let me get back on my train of thought. Bone Lake. Not good, not Barbarian, not rental. Definitely a skip. Some of the most baffling writing. If this couple was so smart, they would have killed these people fucking half an hour into this trip. They just let it go on. They get off on it, and apparently they're siblings. Why are they fucking? It's really weird. Weird fetish shit going on. No, not recommend. Last one. Ugly Stepsister. I know you watched this.
Yeah, I like that.
What'd you give it?
7.5.
I gave it a 7. I said, you know the story. Now watch Cinderella get fucked.
I think that there were people leaving the theater during the second foot modification.
Yeah.
There was like a couple just got... You could tell that they were...
Gross.
Enough.
Yeah, they
That's
didn't know it was going to
enough.
go this hard. If you know the original Grimm's story for Cinderella, it's Grimm, right?
Yeah.
Grimm's favorite.
Then you know how bad it's going to get in the third act with how the sister is going to react to Cinderella, you know, to trying to convince the prince that she's the one in the shoe. The problem is all the setup for all of this is just so slow and it's so meticulous, and every time she does something to like modify her appearance to make the prince happy, you're just like, but it's not going to pay off. It's not going to pay off. You're still not going to get the guy. It's not going to... Like, you know the story. You know Cinderella. So when she actually shows up and you know what's going to happen, you feel bad for this girl because she's nice. She's virginal. She's sweet. She's attractive. She's young. Like, she deserves better. And her mom's like, nah, it's the 1800s. I'm going to have you go get your nose fixed. What did that mean back then? Chiseling it with a fucking hammer. Oh, it's like you had braces. What did that mean back then? Pulling them off with fucking pliers. Like, all the things this poor girl did to try to get attention, and it just goes up in flames because it was never meant to be her story. It was always meant to be the fucking young, stable girl who lost her dad. Like, it was always meant to be Cinderella's story. Plus, you get Cinderella full frontal. She bends over and you see everything, and then she gets plowed by a dude. So I wasn't joking when I said watch Cinderella get fucked. So anyway.
Does she turn into a pumpkin?
That's actually the funniest part is there's this point going into the third act where I turn to Alley Cat as we're watching and I go, if they show back up and there's just a pumpkin sitting in the driveway, I'm going to fucking lose it. When she gets back to the house to go looking for Cinderella to be like, you ruined my spot at the ball. I was dancing with the prince till you showed up, you bitch. She pulls back up in the carriage. She steps off the carriage. She looks down confused. They cut down. There's a fucking pumpkin sitting there.
Yeah,
I lost it. I lost it.
Smash
I was
it.
like, holy
Smash
shit.
the pumpkin.
They go full fairy tale with it, and you don't expect them to because the movie is presented in such a kind of like, maybe stylistically not, but like period accurate, like The Witch. Like it's magic and mysticism presented in a funny way. What I will say, it was directed like a fucking Quentin Tarantino flick.
Oh, that's dope.
It was directed like some of those shots, some of the panning, the cinematography was so beautiful. I was just like, this was lovingly done. I 100% recommend Ugly Stepsister to anyone who wants to watch a horny foreign. I combined horny and foreign.
I'm horning.
You are horning. Deputy Dewey, what movies did I not talk about that you had seen?
I Know What You Did Last Summer and Flight Risk were the two big ones.
Did you see either of those?
I did.
Both of them?
Yeah, Last Summer was terrible, and Flight Risk was stupid but fun.
I agree with that statement.
So I hadn't seen either because I had not seen any of the I Know What You Did Last Summer movies. They just totally passed by. I didn't even see all the screams until we started hanging out, and you made me watch all of them. I had only seen like half of them, so they always kind of passed me by. I never quite took them seriously. I just didn't see Flight Risk. I actually forgot that was a thing.
It's a Con Air on a budget. I like Topher Grace in it. Mark Wahlberg's fine, and he's kind of a fucking...
Plays a bad guy for once.
Yeah. It was fine. I put it on as like background noise in one day, and I actually kind of paid attention to it more than I thought I would.
That was me with Drop.
Okay, that's fair.
I just liked it more than I... Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you did last summer. Worth watching if you're a completionist like I am. The big thing with I Know that I put down was the fact that in the beginning of the original, there's like a reason for them to like not want to tell people about this.
Yeah.
This movie doesn't fucking have that.
No, it doesn't.
What they did was not their fault at all, and yet they still go about like not telling people about it, and it fucking irked the shit out of me.
Because they could have told the cops and they wouldn't have been on the line.
No
for any
problems
of it.
at all.
Yeah. It's hard to sell a situation that they could very easily get out of if they just were decent people.
The writing's super predictable, but the characters were kind of fun. I enjoyed the main two girls. So, if you want to watch it. Scream's better.
Worthy evaluation, in your opinion?
Yeah, I agree.
Was there anything on all our lists that you watched that we didn't, Mark Rooster?
Abraham's Boys, which is a Dracula story.
Didn't even know what that was. What did you rate it?
6 out of 10. It was interesting.
Not a recommend.
Not really. Influencers, which I liked. That was a sequel
That was,
to Influencer.
I had heard of that. That's with,
That was real good.
That's with Steve from Stranger Things, right?
Yeah. And The Carpenter's Son.
The Nick Cage,
Yeah,
Jesus movie,
Jesus
Antichrist
and
movie.
Yeah.
What did you give that?
6.
So also not a recommend.
Yeah, I only recommend
Influencer. I had heard good things about Influencer. I didn't know where to watch it. Where did you watch it?
AMC Shudder?
Oh, okay.
Right?
So it's on Shudder.
I
Okay.
think so.
Didn't know that.
I don't have AMC anymore, Shudder, but I had
Okay.
it until a few weeks ago. Pretty sure
Okay.
that's where I watched it.
Okay.
There was one big one I put a question mark with. Apparently there was a new Hell House. LLC.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, not Carmichael. Man, that was the last one I watched. No, this is... Apparently it wasn't good.
Okay.
I've
I
heard
was
on-
just intrigued that wasn't on your list for you.
Because I do like the franchise. It's on my did not watch but wanted to.
Gotcha.
What's it called? Origins? Or something? Hell House.
We should have a Hell House day. I could go to watch a majority of those. And then him. Also.
Lineage.
Oh, yeah, him.
Lineage.
Did you see him?
Yeah.
How was it? I'm sure it's stupid.
It was the
Him was on
It
my
was
did
the-
not watch but would have
the
wanted.
best sports drama horror movie I've ever seen.
Oh,
It's
fair
because
enough.
there are none. Is that what you're saying, Mark?
It wasn't
Is that
that
it was
good.
good because there
Okay.
are none?
It wasn't very good.
I
I heard it was
immediately-
bad, and that made me sad.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, this movie really cares for you to know that Jordan Peele paid to make it happen. And that's basically it.
Just because someone signs off on something doesn't mean it's good.
No, not at all. I was like, this is like their one saving grace. They're like, hey, Jordan Peele helped make this movie. Okay.
A couple that were on my list didn't get around to Hallow Road.
remember seeing trailers for
Slow
that.
burn about a car crash type of thing being manipulated. They get a call in the middle of the night. The daughter's like, I got in a car accident. Come pick me up.
I saw that. It was okay. Good. It was good early on, but then it gets lame.
Yeah, that's what I heard, and it never quite came to my
Yeah, it
viewing.
wasn't that good.
Watch the Skies.
Yeah, that
Come-
wasn't that good either.
You didn't like that either?
No.
Coming of age, alien, Close Encounters ripoff type of foreign film.
Yeah.
This one I had heard of, and I told you the concept, but I was like, we're never going to see this. It's called It Ends. It's a movie that went around festival circuits and only was filmed in like small locations. And apparently they never want to put it on streaming. Like, you have to go see this in theaters.
I remember you talking
They-
about this. Yeah.
This company that made this movie is just like, no, the only way you're ever going to be able to watch this is in theaters. You have to contact us. We'll send out a copy to the local theater. We'll get you to get a copy to go see it, but you can only see it in theaters. We're not going to have this. It's not going to be released on streaming. It's not going to be sold promotionally. The only way you're ever going to be able to experience this movie is in a theater with our permission. And there's something that's really interesting about that, but at the very same time, there's something really fucking stupid about that. Because that means millions and millions of people who would have seen your movie are never going to see it. I would almost rather you put the entire thing up on YouTube for free than have gatekeep the shit out of your own
word of mouth, man.
production. Apparently the concept is pretty cool too. It's very creepypasta, no sleep in nature. It's people go on a road trip and the road never ends, so they start to stop along the way to gather supplies, and they realize very quickly that the road is never going to end, and how they kind of stick through that very left-right game. Two other ones I did not see but thought about. Dream Eater. A guy with weird sleep disorder. Girlfriend takes him away to go get looked at, and they have to film him very Paranormal Activity style. He's maybe possessed by a demon or something. Apparently the acting's bad. People don't like it. I was gonna watch it one night. The more people said don't, I didn't. So I actually took the internet's advice for once. And then the last one, Self-Help. Another Eli Roth produced, but after I feel spent with Jimmy and Stiggs, I never got around to it. A daughter loses her mom to a self-help, self-actualization cult, goes to reclaim her mom, gets drawn into the same sticky web by a weird, meticulous cult leader. I also felt burnt by Opus, and it felt like the same thing.
Gotcha.
And I was like, never mind. Not interested in
There was
either of
one
those.
we talked about once, Frequency.
No, that one's coming out, and the new trailer is actually out for it.
Sweet.
It's called The Undertone.
Undertone.
And the
Got
new
it.
trailer is actually out, and it does look good. And
Sweet.
it's coming out in 26. So yeah,
Talk about that next year.
we'll talk about it next year. Mark Rooster, out of everything we talked about, what did you like the most? What was your highest on your list?
Well, I guess 8.5 is the highest rating I gave anything.
Is that Sinners?
Isn't it? I gave it to a few movies, but Sinners and Together
Okay.
and
All of those were on my tops.
the disturbing one, the real disturbing one. I have a hard time remembering
Real
the name.
disturbing one.
Yeah, that we talked about earlier.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Bring her back.
Bring her
Yeah.
back.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
gave anything with a 8 out of 10 or higher accolades,
Kudos.
shout outs,
Yeah.
tell people to
There were a
watch
lot
them.
of good ones last year.
Personally, if you could put them all on a scale, which one did you like the most for 2025?
Honestly, probably Welcome to Derry.
That's fine.
I could probably do a whole episode just talking about all of those. If I had to pick film, I really fucking love Bring Her Back. I really love Sinners. It's literally a neck and neck between those two, probably.
I'm gonna go Long Walk, but that's just because I'm emotional, and that movie resonated with me in a very personal way.
Yeah.
It's my dad's favorite, Stephen King.
Nice.
I grew up with a reverence for it. My favorite Stephen King is 11/22/63. I've always liked that weird kind of satirical side of King. Coulda, shoulda, woulda side of him. So I feel like it scratches that itch. And that's probably why I'd say Long Walk is my favorite movie of 2025.
I just finished that series. I might jump into the book now, because I know the series is different than the book.
Oh, I love the book. You've never read the book?
Mm-mm.
I'll give you my copy if you want to read it from an actual
Sure.
paperback.
I was just going to grab it from a library. So
Oh, okay.
sure.
I forgot you're a teacher. You're in a library. Anyway, Mark Rooster. I obviously don't do this with you enough because we always record for 3 hours whenever I'm in a room with you. But how did you feel about 2025?
Some pretty good movies.
Yeah. Out of that entire list, do you feel like more than 50% of them were good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
I would
favorite
agree.
movie of the year was Blue Moon, which is not a genre movie at all.
Yeah.
But, there were a lot of really good horror movies this year.
Yeah.
I think it was over the summer when I saw Weapons, saw the new Superman movie. I was like, wow, this is a fucking great year for film.
Yeah, good string.
I'm enjoying a lot of the things that I'm seeing from all over. So yeah, I think 2025 is a good year to remember.
I think going from here, I'm probably not going to watch as many horror movies. there's a lot of things on here that I could have skipped that I probably would have skipped given any other year, but I had a lot of free time this year. I think I'm already feeling a little bit more busy this year than I was last year, and I think it's going to affect my ability to sit down and watch a movie, like at home more specifically. And I got away with watching a lot of shit this year because I had free time and because they were on my radar. I think I'm going to be a little bit more critical. In the very same sentence, I also am saying that knowing full well I'm going to drag you to see Strangers Chapter 3 with me. So that's fine. If that's the end note, I can't wait to watch Deputy Dewey watch Strangers Chapter 3 with me.
I'm just happy I get to see Iron Lung in a couple weeks.
Oh, fuck yeah, Iron Lung.
That's
Yeah,
like
I
the
already
first
have
movie
my
we're
list.
seeing this year.
Yeah, I already have my list for this new year started, so... and the number... we gotta go see Primate together. Or don't you want to go see Primate?
No.
Did you see Primate? Mark Rooster saw Primate.
And he
that
liked it?
means we
Is
gotta
that a
go see
7.5?
it. Is that a 7.5 for Mark Rooster?
Oh, fuck.
Jesus Christ.